This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Aunt and Uncle Studios of Arizona, UFC Fight Night Vegas 27. Garbrandt fought Fight Week. Bellator Fight Week. The judges are fucking blind. MMA news, JBM's birthday, lot to get to on the MMA-Holes. Yeah, baby. Woo! Here we go. Welcome to the Wednesday show.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hope everyone is wonderful, wonderful. We got the happy birthday dog behind us, and that is right, the birthday girl tonight. JBM is about to hit the scene over here, so everyone drop a happy birthday in the chat. An extravaganza on a Wednesday night as JBM has finally become of age. Beat you to the joke. Here we go. We're going to have a lot of stuff to get to tonight. The Garbrandt versus Font poster on the wall over there. Well, that is this Saturday night. You notice there's no co-main event on the poster. And then they made these two guys like really small. What the fuck is this, X-Men? I don't know what the hell is going on with this poster. We'll get to that in a second. We have Bellator CYBORGs fighting Akan again. So that's happening Friday. We'll do a Fight Buddies to that. Plenty of MMA news to get to. And if you look at our thumbnail over here, we got the three blind mice. We have the judges as Daniel Cormier is up in arms and saying, hey, you guys suck. Yeah, you all suck. I'm with them. The judges have been worse than ever right now. Now, thankfully, they haven't really been a part of the outcome of a fight. But when you see how the scoring goes down, if we do have a close fight, it makes you scratch your head. The one thing I like about the judges, well, you better get a damn finish. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. And I'm going to play the other side of the equation here. Everyone's up in arms. Oh, my God, the judges are terrible. They're terrible. No, guys, hold on. Pump the brakes. This means that we get to see some carnage.
Carnage!
You can't leave it in the hands of the judges. You can't do that anymore. These judges don't give a fuck. Maybe it's a conspiracy. Maybe the UFC is purposely paying these judges to be horseshit because they are really bad. Like, there are judges that you're just like, what in the holy hell are you watching? It's rare that a whole community of people say that judge is fucking retarded. That judge should be fired. All over the internet, people are making the joke, you know, with any other job, if you suck at your job, you get fired. But if you're a judge, everything's going to be okay. That's how it works with combat sports, not just with MMA, with boxing as well. So maybe it's not necessarily a bad thing. Hey, you go to a decision, well, it's your fault. It's your fucking fault. Now, we don't want to see a title fight that's banging, front to back, first to fifth round. We don't want to see a fight like that we know who should win that fight, and then it goes the other way. We don't want to see it get to that point. But I asked this little dog behind me, happy birthday, dog, and how you doing, buddy? I asked him, I was like, what do you think? And he says, no, he didn't say that. It's not necessarily a bad thing. We all love carnage. We all love to see the finish. So hopefully, we'll see some more finishes now. That's all. Let me see what the chat has to say about this. I know I am on the other side of the opinion over here. And yes, of course, the judges do have to get better, but maybe it's not necessarily a bad thing. Nicole, why are you not watching the fights? Want to talk about it? Says KC Jones.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Drunk Savage says ex-fighters as judges. A lot of people are saying that. A lot of fighters are throwing it out there. Kind of makes sense. And here's the problem. I've said this before, I feel there's going to be even more bias. If you're an ex-fighter, chances are you're human, right? You hear ex-fighters as commentary guys, and they're clearly backing their buddy, or they clearly are in an agenda, or if they see a fighter doing a certain thing right, even though if they're losing the fight, they tend to just go in that direction. I think fighters, maybe an unpopular opinion, I think fighters are even worse. They will make even worse judges. I really do believe that that's the case. These judges just need to be more educated, I guess. I guess there has to be some sort of unity with everyone's opinions, like this is right, this is wrong, this scores points, that doesn't score points. It can't be like one judge says, yeah, if you lay on a guy, you're going to win that round, and another judge says, no, you got to stay active. You all got to be on the same page, right? The problem is human beings see things differently. And these judges here, yes, they're all supposedly trained, or they're all supposed to be working with the same thing. They're human beings. And I think no matter what, I don't think there is an answer. Maybe you can try to tighten it up a little bit more, but I think no matter what with combat sports, this is what we're going to see. Unless you have that live scoring thing where fighters know after each round where the judges are going with this. But then that could start a whole controversy where the corners will start yelling at the judges and fans will be all up in arms because there's sketchy rounds. There's a lot of negatives to come from if we change things up. So I don't know what the answer is. I honestly don't have the answer. All I can say is, okay, these guys and gals that are doing this, they have to be held accountable for making big mistakes. There should be more reviewing of what the judges are doing and suspend them. In any other job, if you're not flipping the burgers right, if you're undercooking the burger, you're going to be suspended. You're going to be docked pay. You're going to be fired, whatever. There has to be something done here, right? I mean, that's the case. How could you have these judges that are consistently making the same mistakes over and over again? How could you have them? I mean, you do it with refs, right? If refs make a mistake after a mistake, the UFC's like, yeah, no more. We're not dealing with this guy anymore. Dana White's flipping out. Why don't we see that with judges? Maybe hold them more accountable. I don't know, man. We have to figure this out, though, tonight. I mean, we have to get to the bottom of this. Help me out, chat. And if Chandler knew he had a 10-8 first round, he'd just cruise the next one. Yeah, right? Why take unnecessary gambles in the second round? The live scoring thing there's too many problems. It sounds good. My initial reaction was, yeah, that's a good idea. But then the more I think about it, there's more negatives than positives. Also, don't you like when it goes to the decision and everyone's just inching up to the TV? Everyone's all on the edge of their seats. What's it going to be? 10, 30, 27, 29, 28. Okay, wait, it went that way and this way. It's coming down to this final judge. Like that, isn't that exciting? If you don't have that going into the final round, it kind of like if a guy wins 2 rounds in a row or a gal wins 2 rounds in a row, there's no excitement anymore. You just know who wins. I kind of like the anticipation. I kind of like the drama. No more judges, Moss. Fight till you lose somehow. Yeah, how about that? Whoever just gives up, like make it a real fight. Fuck that point system, right? Just make it a damn fight. Whoever's like, fuck, I'm done. Eventually, someone's going to get tired and say, I'm done. Eventually, the ref's going to step in and say, yeah, no more. Maybe no rounds, just one long-ass round. What about that? One just round. It's a fight. We're going to go in there, and whoever gets fucked up, that's it. You don't have to go to your corner and get advice. You fucking fight. What about that? Should we see something like that? Hey, did y'all get my Facebook about Tony LOL, Leo Franklin? Ha ha ha. I did not see it, Leo, but I will check it out. I will check it out after the stream. And thank you to everyone. By the way, it is JBM's birthday tonight, so when she gets here, we'll all celebrate. The judges need to create consistency between Vegas numbers and the outcomes. Yes, I agree, they do. But it feels like there's never going to be this consistency. Why not hire ex-fighters as judges? All right, Joe Rogan, I explained that before. I'm assuming you came in late, and now you should sit in the corner for showing up late. I'll say it again. I feel ex-fighters are going to be worse. I feel they'll be more biased. You hear it with the commentary. Everyone's complaining about ex-fighters, which can break down a fight better than anyone else. I'm with you on that. As an analyst, they're great. There's no way I or any other Joe Schmo could get on a mic and break down a fight like an ex-fighter can. It's an impossibility. With judging, you could say, okay, well, those fighters know more than me, so they'll know what counts and what doesn't count. There's still bias. You hear it in the commentary, and you're going to see it in the scores. So that's why I say, nope. Maybe ex-fighters. I think, honestly, I think you should have people that are well-educated with just the rules. You go through a course. If you suck as a judge, you fucking get canned. You know, if you suck, if you're consistently sucking and ruining fights, and the masses are throwing fucking shitty fucking bags of fire at you, fire them. Suspend them or give them some sort of punishment, like any other job would do. Just makes sense. Let's see. And the knitter, I see some shout-outs in the chat. Why don't you love me as your son, says Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, you're older than me. So you can't be my son. You're right, bro, says Phil Starr. Thank you, Phil Starr. Wonderful. I know the things that I'm saying tonight may be a little controversial or maybe the opinion of, the lesser percent. But if you really think about it, I'm kind of making some sense here, right? I understand everyone's just like the easy answer would be get ex-fighters, but then why is the commentary so fucking biased in a certain way? These guys actually, blood, sweat, and tears, go through training camps with these fighters, retire, hit the mic, and you hear it through the mic. Judging is soon to be corrupted like boxing. It already is. I mean, well, it does make you scratch your head. Thankfully, these latter events aren't. It's not affecting the outcome of the fight, which is good. But eventually, it will affect the outcome of a major fight, and that could be a problem. Learning about MMA in one eye or taking a quiz about drug addiction. Good times. All right.
Wonderful.
What up, people? How you doing, Brewster, Sean, and Ann? How you doing? Commentary has recently become biased. I think they get briefed on who they want to promote, says CC. Okay, now we're going down another rabbit hole over here, saying that perhaps the big boys upstairs are in the announcer's ears and saying, hey, push this guy in a certain way, push that guy. Not impossible, but I think as a human being, like we call every single fight over here, and we're admittedly biased. Like myself and Jesse, especially with pick'ems and stuff like that, we're just two schmucks over here that just love the sport. And yes, we have bias in our commentary. We try to be unbiased, but it's not easy. It's not easy. It's almost impossible. You hear it in football, you hear it in baseball, you hear it in every sport. So that does happen, bias. And with judging, you're going to get people that are swaying in certain directions. That's just how it is. I just think fighters would sway more. I really do. And could you imagine being a fighter, right? Say you're actually a well-known fighter out there in the UFC. And then here you are as a judge, right? And you kind of fuck up a bunch of fights. Like you're seeing things a certain way, and it's wrong, right? It's just like you're kind of favoring certain fighters, and you're getting a little clouded. Next thing you know, everyone's going to remember you as that shitty judge and forget about that awesome MMA career that you had. If I was an MMA fighter, I'd say, fuck you. If I was an MMA fighter and they said, hey, you want to be a judge? I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. What MMA fighter, I know it sounds all sexy to have an MMA fighter be a judge, but what MMA fighter in their right mind would say, yeah, I'll do it? A lot of responsibility. What do you need?
What's my chair?
All right, the birthday girl's coming in. So that's a problem too. Everything sounds great, but when you really dive into it, is it? Is it the answer? No, it's not the answer. You get three schmucks, you fucking tell them, hey, listen, this is what you got to do. This is right, this is wrong. This is going to earn more points. That's going to earn less points. Let's all be on the same page here. You fuck up X amount of times, you're out of here. We get another Joe Schmo to come in, All right, JBM's in the crowd right now. She's up in this bitch. She's burping some baby. JBM, how you doing tonight?
Wonderful, Moss. How are you?
Nice. I'm wonderful as well.
Wonderful.
We're discussing a hot topic here, okay? And maybe I'm taking a side that many people won't agree with. But how would you propose we fix this? The three blind mice the scoring problems that we're having over and over again in these fights. It's the corruptness of boxing, and now MMA, we're seeing some weird shit go down. Crowd comes back. You think, hey, these judges are affected by the commentators, and now they don't hear the commentators anymore, and they're still fucking things up.
I heard a reporter ask Dana White at the post-fight press conference if he would be interested in having the same judges for every event, just like making the judges travel around with them rather than having judges per state, like per commission. It's not a bad idea, but ultimately, I don't even think it's up to Dana White. I think it's up to the commissions, right, of each state as to who the judges are. So I'm sure if it were up to Dana White, he would just have like one set of like 3 judges on rotation or something like that. Yeah,
Dana has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, and he would just bring him around with him. But unfortunately, it just can't work out that way.
Well, yeah, you don't want, that's what you really don't want. You don't want these companies to have power over the judges. You don't want that. You want some sort of commission to fucking take care of this and be separate.
To be like Switzerland, pretty much.
Yeah, but it's not working, right? The system's broken.
Yeah.
What do you think about ex-fighters?
It's not a bad idea, especially since fighters know what the fuck they're looking at, you know? So I would trust an ex-fighter as a judge over just some random schmo they pick up off the street who claims they know what they're talking about.
All right, so I don't know if you heard my angle, but would you be worried considering the commentary of fighters is extraordinarily biased? When you hear the commentary. So
the commentary of a few fighters is extremely biased.
I would say, whoa, shit, $100 donation. Whoa, Phil Star coming in hot. Oh my God. Jesse's titty wasn't out. She'd be dancing right now. Holy smokes, Ellie, I can't believe this. Phil Star! Drop the stars in the chat. Holy smokes. Wow, man.
Happy birthday, Jess. Party face. Victory hand.
Thank you, Phil Star. That was so nice of you. Holy crap.
Wow, Phil Star. Damn, bro. That was really wonderful. Come on, stars in the chat for Phil Star, for God's sakes. Legendary Phil Star coming in. Damn, bro. Thank you so much, man. Jesse's going to buy, what are you going to buy? You going to buy some new nips because the baby's chewing yours off?
That was a weird question. That was weird.
Yeah, the baby doesn't want formula anymore. She's just all titty. I don't blame her. All about the titty. So, she's looking good, though. Why don't you bring her on?
I'm afraid if I move, she's going to start fussing.
She's not going to fuss.
Pull my strap up.
All right, we're going to get Jesse on here. Thank you so much, Phil. Wow, that throws me off. So you're saying, okay, you're down with giving it a shot, right? Ex-fighters?
Yeah, to me, it is more like, I understand like where people would be concerned about bias and stuff, especially if fighters train with these guys who are in the octagon. Then there is conflict of interest, right? Like if there's an ex-fighter who's judging who trains with someone who's currently fighting, I mean, they can't judge that fight. They can't fairly judge that fight. You
don't even know. There are fighters that go in, like, have a camp and have some random guy from another gym.
There should be a disclosure agreement where, like...
No, but hear what I'm saying. They don't have to certainly, like, train with a specific fighter throughout their career. They could literally go through one camp and meet, like, Paul Felder just comes in for that camp, right? Yeah. And then that's it. And no one really knows about it. He was brought in. And you could be biased to Paul Felder's fights.
Yeah.
You know?
So I can understand where the conflict of interest could happen. So, listen, I don't think you win either way. It's kind of like pick your poison type of thing. It's a double-edged sword for both ways you go. So you just got to choose which one, I guess, is the better option.
Right now, if you have an ex-fighter do it, it's not the worst thing in the world because they suck as is, right? Yeah. So it's worth a shot. Nicole coming in with the boobies. Yeah. Hey.
I can see your underwear. Put your boobies in the air. Flapping like I just don't care. Can I lick your pubic hair? Snap a picture, time to share. Choke my meat, vision impaired. Twisted mind, I need a prayer. Pervert cameraman. Pervert cameraman. Show them tits.
Tits?
Pervert cameraman.
$10 tip.
Pervert cameraman.
Yanni Celeste. Yeah.
Pervert cameraman. show them breasts.
Boobies.
Boobs. Boobity boobs.
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Jessie, happy birthday to you. From good friends and true, from old friends and new, may good luck go with you, and happiness too.
Aw, Nicole, I could just squeeze you right now. Thank you, Nicole.
It's like the cat in the hat over
sweet.
there. Thank you, Nicole. Very nice. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Everyone, take this second right now to place this finger and tap it on that like button. We've learned, as of late, that some people are trying to go after the show a little bit. So make sure you hit that like button and fook off the haters over here. We're having a party here on a Wednesday night. Let's like it up. 200 likes. We'll hit the song. So everyone smash the like button. We're discussing the judging.
I'll be right back.
We're trying to fix the situation on a JBM birthday. And thank you to Phil and Nicole for being absolutely wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Let's see what you think in the chat. We're going to get to a story with Daniel Cormier discusses this. He seemed like he was pretty agitated about last week's fight, or last Saturday's fight. Even though Michael Chandler still lost, I am just to quickly recap. Jesse says bring in the fighters. Give it a shot.
Wonderful.
Not that he would, but Derek Lewis would be one of the only fighters who can judge because, when he comes to fighters, bias isn't in his vocabulary.
And there you go. I saw someone, and thank you, D-Rest. I saw someone in the chat say that fighter's style can be a part of that fighter's bias. There are more things, and I agree with that comment, actually. Listen, I'm not saying don't try it. Try anything, because it sucks right now. So anything could be better, right? But I do think that there will be problems with fighters as well. I really do. I think, they're human beings. Their balls are hot. But I think there's an incredible amount of bias with them. They'll know more for sure what to look for, but at the same time, there are bias. And what we want here in a judge is someone that has nothing to do with these fights. Nothing. We want some random person in there, hopefully they know what the fuck they're talking about, to sit there in unbiased opinion on who won each round. That's what we need. But they have to be consistent. I mean, it has to be some sort. I mean, you can't possibly always be consistent in fights, especially if it's close. But if it's so far separated, there has to be something to be done here. Let's see what you guys say in the chat. Oh, hold on a second. We got a donation coming in here.
Wonderful.
Here comes Kai Noto.
I used to think fighters would make great judges, but think about it. A judge has to be impartial. Most retired fighters will be biased and will reward the fighter that has same discipline they had. It'll be shit. Ever listen to Frank Mir call a fight?
Okay, no, those rare times where we agree. Listen, I know this is an unpopular opinion, but this is something that will be a problem. And mark my words, a lot of fighters, maybe some fighters that don't want to be commentators might slip into judging, but there is no reward from becoming from being a fighter and then being a judge. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reward from that. Like, there's a bullseye in your back, and people are going to forget everything you accomplished in your MMA career, and they're going to judge you by your judging. So it's not sexy enough. Now, maybe fighters that really never really made it up to the top, maybe fighters in the regional scene that tickled into the UFC or trickled into Bellator, maybe guys like that, you can give them jobs. Those guys need some work. So I'm all for those fighters getting work, but you have to think they've trained with some of these guys and gals. You have to think. And how could they be unbiased when their good friend is fighting on that card? It's impossible. And like Jesse said, maybe you can look into it and see if they have trained with these people. But how are you gonna check all these guys? If a late fill-in comes in, like, so say if a guy falls off a card and then Johnny Apples decides to slip in on 2 days' notice, what are you gonna do? Swap out the judge now? Like, how do you do that? Think about it.
Wonderful.
CC 2.0.
They should have to answer to journalists at a press conference so they can explain their decision. Ex-fighters will have alliances.
Okay, not bad. You know what? Yeah, oh my God, they'll catch some serious heat. You gotta think the media would tear them apart. I think there should be punishment. We should murder them. No, there should be a consequence for a fucked up outcome to a fight. You know, I think there's like something. There's got to be something there. Like we said earlier on the stream, any job, if you fuck up at your job, there's a consequence. What is the consequence if a judge keeps screwing up decisions? There is no consequence, right? If there's something incredibly lopsided and a fighter appeals it and it goes to the commission and everything like that, there should be some sort of consequence. Like, how the hell is Adelaide Byrd still judging? How? It's nuts. Or, like we said earlier in the stream, you get rid of all the rounds. One round. You fight until someone's done. Or until the ref steps in and says, yeah, no more. That's a fight. That's a fight right there. You use your MMA skills to the test and you just fucking go for it. Maybe that's the way. No more judges. You don't need a judge. Whenever someone gives up or the ref says, yep, no more, that's a big beating. That's it. It's over. And no need for a judge. Constant carnage.
Happy birthday, JBM from Who the Fook is That Guy?
Who the fook is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
A weird topic tonight, but we have plenty of news to get to as we have a bunch of fights. We have Bellator and the UFC.
Super chat.
We have Uncle Dave Zilla with the 5.
Ex-fighters can be judges if they want. None go through the process to become judges. Man shrugging. Happy birthday, Mama J. Birthday cake.
There we go. Ex-fighters can be the judges if they want. None go through the process to become judges. Happy birthday. So there's Uncle Dave Zilla coming in. So it's interesting to hear the perspectives of the MMA holes. We got to get to the bottom of this. But if we eliminate judges, then we don't have to worry about doing streams like this. We don't have to sit here and be like, what the fuck? The fuck is it? What are they watching, man? What are they watching? The 3 blind mice. The first round, 2 judges gave Michael Chandler a 10-8. Okay? Now, Daniel Cormier was losing his shit about that. He was going cray-cray about it. A bunch of people, I heard, I think it was Michael Chiesa as well, was going on and on about this. Now, me personally, I don't go too crazy. If it went to a decision, yeah, you know, that's a problem. But there was a decision on that card, and help me out. Which fight was it? Maybe Jesse can help. It's slipping my memory. Where they had one fighter win all 3 rounds, and it was nuts. Even though he lost. I can't remember which fight it was. But it was on the last card. Who cares? No one cares. The right guy won anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I don't want to tune in on a pay-per-view where I'm spending $70. Title fight goes down. War. But it's very lopsided. And I'm like, oh my God, my guy or gal's going to win the belt right now. And then the judges just fuck it up. Lando Venata. Thank you, Brewster. Appreciate that.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That was it. That was the one. Yeah, I thought that was incredibly lopsided. How is Noah? That's a great question. We never found out. So that's where we stand right now with the 3 blind mice. There it is. Now I want to touch base with you guys and gals in the chat about what's coming up this Friday and this Saturday night. This Saturday night we have Font versus Garbrandt. That's right. Cody Garbrandt's got his hands full.
Wonderful.
And I got my hands full with Roberto.
Happy birthday, JBH. Sanctioning bodies get a cut right? They should have judges watching on TV and go over what the judges scores and make the final decision. Man shrugging.
Then you have like crazy argument, but you're saying have like someone overhead saying like, but then you don't even need it, right? It's weird, man. Judging's all screwy. Like all these solutions that's being thrown out there, everything has holes in it. And I think that's why we're going to have this problem forever. Unless we get rid of judging. Just get rid of them. Am I crazy for thinking 1 round is fine? Am I nuts? I mean, the fights are going to be a hell of a lot shorter. That's for sure. Could you imagine 1 long ass round? That'd be nuts. No judge. Guy gives up or the ref steps in, that's it, it's over. It would solve so many problems. But then all those stats collected over the almost 30 years, right out the window. 1 round, no time limit. I got to say this, I am not opposed. I'm not opposed to that. Yeah, Drunk said that's how it started. Like, go back to it. Why not? Why did we get rid of it? Just go back to it. It worked. What do you think? Let's take a vote right now. And I know some people are not going to be for it. You know, people like, you sit down, you regroup. You're going to miss like the comeback. You're not going to get that anymore. If someone's dominating in the first round, chances are that person's going to wind up winning. Let me know in the chat with a simple yes.
Yes, sir.
Or no. Yes or no. Yes or no. If you be down for one round, okay, hear me out. The ref either steps in to stop the fight or a fighter gives up. That's it. That's it. Yes or no. Okay, we got a couple of yeses. We got Drew saying no. Wildberry saying no. Hell no says the glove touch. Okay, let's see. CN, yes. Uncle Mike, I think this should be a poll. Now, the purist is going to probably say no, I would guess. No to the 9-incher. Steven says no. D-Rest says yes. Yes for titles only. Interesting. That's it. That would actually be pretty interesting. For titles only. Harry Holland says no. It's kind of split in the chat. No for fighters' health. All right, so what do you mean by for fighters' health? Like, if you think about it, if it's one round, cardio is going to be key. Cardio is going to be key. And saying someone might actually die, I mean, I don't know. Like, you're saying so a tough fighter, no matter what, is just going to try to stay on the feet and take the punishment? No break, no chance to recoup. But fuck the recoup. You get broke and you lose. Think about this. If you do one round, chances are there's less time in the cage, right? Now, I understand that the argument would be you don't have the time to recuperate between rounds. But if it's one round, it's less time. You ever see a street fight? Now, add some cardio to that. It goes from 30 seconds to 5 minutes. Title fights is the only answer. Ask Oliveira if he likes one round. Well, I mean, it's a true fight, though, right? It's a true fight. Now, the problem is, without judging, if you don't have any judging or points, you kind of lose the element of the sport, right? You lose the element of the sport. Or what about this? What if you extend the rounds? Like 2 long-ass rounds? Nah, 2 rounds wouldn't work. Because then you need judging. You need 1 long-ass round. 10-round fights? But then you need judging. Like, we're trying to get rid of the judges. That's what we're trying to do. The whole point of this debate is how do we get rid of the judges? And, yep, it's a sport. If you do make it 1 long round, you take the judges out of the equation. You just have the referee in there just trying to save whoever is getting his ass whooped or her ass whooped. They'll lay on each other for most of the time, but think about it. In 5-round fights, some fighters do that already. And laying on someone. So I see what you're saying, though. If you hold a fighter down and a fighter just can't get up, you could just lay on another fighter and just wait until the other guy just gives up. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. The beginning of the fight would be so boring. Why? If you think about it, it would be fire. Because there's no other rounds. There's no coming back. You just got to fuck them up. But the laying on the fighter is an interesting point. Because if you're a wrestler, you just hold the fighter down. Unless the refs are told you got to keep standing those guys back up. Why can't the commentators be the refs? They're watching it the closest anyway. The commentators being the refs. Because they're not equipped. They're not going through ref schooling and going through all of the ins and outs. Like, these refs are like trained, even though some suck. They're trained in that aspect. So you're saying train the commentators? It just wouldn't work.
Wonderful.
It would make the fights worse to watch, as everyone would want to lay and pray, and certain fighters won't go for it as much for fear of gassing, but I like it for titles. Happy B-Day, JBM.
Interesting. All right, when Jessie gets back, I'll give her the heads up. Thank you, CC 2.0. That's right, it's JBM's birthday tonight. She turned 25. Yeah, baby.
Wonderful.
I think this, if you're a wrestler, if you're not staying active, immediate stand-ups. Like, you gotta stand them up. You can't, if it's against the fence too long and within a certain amount of time, there's no action, separate them. That's what I think you do. Because you can't, if you let a guy just lay on them the whole entire round, if you notice, the refs are trying to stand these guys up quicker. Can't do that. I think it's not a bad idea. Only for title fights, it's interesting. That is interesting. 11 years older than Jesse. You're saying DC and Rohan aren't equipped to be judges. Okay. Being equipped, yes. Of course they're equipped. They're fighters. But what I'm saying is they're going to be incredibly biased. You hear the commentary. It's already there. You know, it's already there. They're humans. They've trained with these guys and gals. Of course they're going to fucking be biased, you know? Like, they could put their bias to the side and see something like, as a human being, if your boy is fighting, right, and it's a close fight, what are you going to do? If the fight is like super close, but your boy's in the blue corner, what are you going to do? Give it to the red corner? Like, think about it. Is that going to be, you know, the deciding factor? Well, it's my boy over there. It's a close fight. I'm just going to give it to that one. That's what's going to happen. So, and yeah, and he favors wrestling and grappling and stuff like that. So, anyway, let's get back into what's going on this weekend. So, we got Font versus Garbrandt. Cody Garbrandt bouncing back here against a Rob Font, and I freaking love this fight. This fight's going to stay on the feet. It's going to be a banger, a complete banger. Rob Font on a 3-fight win streak, surging up the charts. You got Sergio Pettis, I tell you what, Sergio looks great. Now he's a champion. You got Ricky Simone, who's a badass, and you got Marlon Moraes with a knockout here, which I predicted. Marlon Moraes taking an L, and Marlon's a fucking nasty-ass top contender. And here comes Rob Font taking out a knockout artist and knocking that person out. The guy can bang, man. This guy can throw hands, and this is going to be a fucking great fight. You got Cody Garbrandt coming off a big win over Asunciao. He needed that win so bad. Huge opportunity for both boys here. This is a very good scrap. The problem is what is going on with this co-main event. Now, I told Jesse I'm interested. I actually am pretty interested because this Yan looks like she's the real deal. She looks pretty good. From China over here, Carla Esparza sneakily, very sneaky, on a 4 fight win streak. Think about that. The Cookie Monster coming from the Ultimate Fighter, the former champion, on a 4-fight win streak. Marina Rodriguez, you got Michelle Watterson, you got Alexa Grasso, and you got Verna Janjidroba. All, like, decent chick fights. So you got Carla Esparza versus Yan. This is a pretty good fight. Now, why did the UFC not put this on their poster? Makes me scratch my head a little bit. The China fan base is there. China loves it. They're super supportive of their guys and gals. Why not throw the girl on the fucking poster? I don't know why. Maybe Carla Esparza's forehead is too big. Maybe they don't want to, I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. But what's the deal? You got all that room. You're like, I got to put an X on this thing. Doesn't make any sense. It's a good chick fight. To those that are like, this co-main event's ass, it's not that bad. But I'm curious. Let's ask Jessie as she pops in over here what she thinks of this co-main event, because I know she loves the ladies. But Justin Taffa versus Vandera. What else we got over here? I mean, listen, the card is not full of names. By the way, Hermanson and Shabazian got thrown over here. Now, why isn't Hermanson and Shabazian co-main? It's kind of wild. It's kind of freaking wild that that's not there. I mean, two guys that people are pretty well aware of got pushed over to this card. It's a good scrap. Both guys coming off a loss, so looking to bounce back. A little surprising, but good for the girls getting the shot over here. Co-main event. I think it's gonna be a good fight between these two. I really do. Is this the co-main event that I would have wanted? No, but maybe they're holding them up high because they want China to come in droves. Let's see what the chat thinks so far of this card. I mean, listen, it's a fight night. It's kind of like a freebie over here. If you have ESPN Plus, you're good to go. You got Court McGee versus Claudia Silva. Victor Rodriguez versus Bruno Silva. You got a lot of fights on this card. What do we got? Fucking 13 fights. Yancy Medeiros versus Hadzovic. So a lot of who the fuck is that, guys, you know?
Who the fuck is that guy?
One you know, one you're who the fuck is that guy. Matty C has a huge crush on Felicia Spencer. Judging is corruption. It is not incompetence. If someone thinks their collusion is merely an accident, then you need to start over with reality. Continuous wrong decisions is not an accident. So, Ritali, if it's corrupt, then why the two controversial fights that we're talking about, the judges had no part in it? Like there was an outcome already. You know what I'm saying? Like Oliveira bounced back and won. You know, he knocked out Chandler. And the other one went to a decision in the Venata fight. That actually went the distance. So if there is corruption, that fight should have went the other way, right? So I don't believe it's corruption. Not in MMA. In boxing, we've seen things where we're like, what the fuck? Right now, it's not enough evidence because it's not going the other way. We're just seeing some weird scoring that doesn't make any sense. You got Ben Rothwell versus Chris Barnett on this card. Got two big boys. By the way, I didn't even know Ben Rothwell was still here. I thought by now he would have been gone. Marcin Tybura. Rothwell is 39 years of age, and my goodness, did he look terrible in his last fight. He looked horrific. Do sports like wrestling, karate, or other sports have this problem? I think something fishy is going on. So CC is another one. I think something fishy is going on. Like I said, I don't have the evidence. I don't think so. Maybe I'm off on this one, but like I said, in boxing, there's been situations where I watch a 12-round decision, know exactly which way it should go, and I'm not even a huge boxing fan, but I'm real enough to know that the other guy got his ass whooped, and then all of a sudden the judges say, nah, I went the other way. Like bizarre decisions. We've seen it with Canelo and Triple G. We've seen it just bizarre. We saw Manny Pacquiao lose, or did he win one or lose one? I can't remember. He was in one fight with a young kid. Can't remember the kid's name.
Oh,
and it went the wrong way.
You're very close to center, Moss.
Well, I'm sorry. Sorry, there's a dog behind us. He's making me nervous. All right, Jesse's back. She's back, baby. What do you think of corruption is the reason why the judging is so bad?
Corruption?
Yeah.
Corruption how? What,
well,
like
conspiracy
boxing?
Theories, yeah. Like.
Oh, no, I don't think so. No, I genuinely think that there's a list of reasons why judges get it wrong, one of which is highly distracted. We saw it ourselves when we were at a couple different MMA events, how quickly and easily judges get distracted sitting cage side. You would think sitting cage side that they would be full on focused, like laser focused on the fight, but it's so easy for them to get distracted. And when they're hearing everything around them as well, I mean, I can 100% see how a judge gets it wrong in MMA. I don't think it's corrupted. I think they just need to maybe filter out who their judges are a little bit better. Mm-hmm. You know? Okay.
Well, you know what? Let's wrap this story in a bow, like Jesse's birthday right now. Let's wrap this story in a bow with the Daniel Cormier story, and then we'll move on because I'm getting sick of talking about judges.
All right.
It's starting to get on my nerves now.
According to Jed Meshew of MMA Fighting, Daniel Cormier blasted the UFC 262 judges, saying it's crazy that they scored it a 10-8. In the opening round, Oliveira was hit with a big shot from Chandler, but was able to secure a takedown and move to the back quickly, where he locked in a body triangle. After about 90 seconds of backpacking Chandler without attempting a submission and landing minimal strikes, Chandler was able to explode out of the position and return to his feet. Once there, Chandler landed huge shots that hurt Oliveira and forced him to eventually pull guard to save himself. For the remainder of the round, Chandler sat atop Oliveira and landed good ground and pound.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Happy birthday, JBM. We love you.
Thank
Purple
you.
Heart.
Thank you, Uncle Mike.
Bunch of people came in. CC came in. Roberto, Uncle Dave Zilla, CN. A lot of people came in and wished you a happy birthday. So thank you to everybody.
Sorry, I missed him.
What do you think of Jesse's dog in the background? We like that?
Isn't it so cute? Moss surprised me with a dog this morning.
Yeah, I got her a dog. You know, everyone's like, get her a dog. So I was like, okay, there it is.
Oh, God.
There it is. There's your dog.
Yeah. All right. So basically what, I'm just going to read what Cormier said. He said, we have to discuss that 10-8 in round 1 because Michael Chandler won that round. But when Charles Oliveira gets you down, takes your back, does good things in the round, how in the world are you scoring that 10-8 as a judge? The reality is judges are so afraid and they really don't want to give a 10-7 round. But if that is a 10-8 round, what is worse? What do you have to do in order to go 10-7? Because if you recall, when Glover Teixeira beat Anthony Smith, and if you recall Glover Teixeira busted his tooth out of his mouth, that was a 10-8 round. How in the world can you judge these two rounds the same when one was an absolute beating and the other was a competitive round? I believe that in judging, when you take the responsibility, and I know they wanted to relax the ways that people are scoring 10-8s, you have to be very careful because they were about to mess up that fight. Had that gone 5 rounds, you would have had Charles Oliveira down 2 rounds after a very competitive round. You're taking responsibility for people's livelihoods and their careers. You have to watch carefully, watch closely, and truly understand what you're watching. It's crazy that they scored that at 10-8.
What do you think about 1 round, Jess? That's it. 1 round, okay? A true fight. Man on man, woman on woman. 1 round. No judges.
How long is the 1 round?
Doesn't matter. It's an eternity. Okay?
Until something's done.
Until either the ref steps in and says, yeah, that's enough.
Okay.
Okay? Or a fighter taps.
Yeah. Or just gives up.
Or gives up. Says, yeah, I'm exhausted. I can't
like
do this
it.
anymore.
A true fight.
That's it. A fight.
A real fight.
Yeah. Now, people are saying if a fighter lays on another fighter
Yeah.
the whole time, that could suck. But, of course, he could stand them back up, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I like it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
It's a good idea, Moss.
It's fixed. Just get rid of the judges. Get rid of rounds and get rid of the judges. Just have one long, just fucking let's go. Yeah, like Bloodsport or like Mortal Kombat. That's what they should do.
Yeah.
Some people are saying just do this for title fights.
You don't go onto the street and with someone that you're beefing with and say, okay, 5 rounds, let's go.
Yeah,
you
that's
get
right.
into a fight and it's just the fight.
Yeah, you know what? Now I'm thinking about the title fight thing. It kind of makes sense, okay?
Yeah.
Think about this. You go to an event, right?
Yeah.
And you got your 3-round fights.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-fucking-do 3-round fights. All right, blah, blah, blah. They're battling for rankings, purses, bonuses, yada, 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 right?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden the lights drop. Mortal Kombat! Like just some weird-ass shit where just everything stops, right?
Yes.
And then the lights start fucking going crazy. And now it's just 1 fucking round for the belt. 1 round for that fucking belt. Not a bad idea. Because if you go the whole night, whoever said that, a couple of people said in the chat, it's not a bad idea. The more it's simmered in my brain, I'm with you. Mm-hmm. The whole night, you got 3 rounds, right? Like Bellator, for instance, they don't want to do 5-round fights.
Well, I can't blame them.
They're just like, oh, just title fights. And if it's a main event, 3 rounds. But if you have 3-round fights, and then on pay-per-views, you got that title fight right there. 1 fucking round. 2 men enter, 1 man leave, says Pacific Loon. I'm with you. I'm feeling it now. I'm starting to feel it. It does feel like a blood sport.
Why not give them weapons? Fuck it.
But I don't understand. What's the difference? People say, oh, they're going to die. They're going to die. No, they're not. They're going to give up.
Yeah, you either get submitted, knocked out, or you give up.
Or the ref steps in.
Or
the ref sees. So the ref's job is to keep you alive, just like in any other fight.
Yeah, so the ref will still be there to ref the fight, but and to keep you safe.
And
to an extent,
less of a beating. 5 fucking rounds.
Well, it depends. It might not be less of a beating because if it's 2 really tough opponents, it can go on forever.
No, eventually someone's gonna get tired.
Eventually,
no matter what. Let me ask you a question, okay? 5 rounds is 25 minutes, right? Is that the right math?
Yeah, but they get breaks in between.
Yeah, it's 25 minutes of fighting.
Yes.
25 minutes of you getting your fucking face bashed in, okay? You mean to tell me that they're going to fight 1 round for 25 minutes? It's impossible.
Like old Roman days.
Not going to do it. They're not going to fight 25 minutes. There's no human being could fight 1 round for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
So think about that. Way less punishment. Way less punishment on the brain. Think about that. You guys are like, oh, you want him to die in there? You want him to die. You want him to fight for 25 fucking minutes. 25 minutes with 4-ounce gloves. It's crazy.
Wonderful.
Happy quarter century, Jesse.
Thank you. 516-522-02 call and pulse. No, I'm kidding. Thank you, Cliff. That was wonderful.
Wonderful.
The hell is it going to go 30 minutes instead of the Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta get my $2 worth on this. All right. So anyway, I think honestly, I think it's easier on the fighter.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I mean, it
I
sucks.
agree.
It sucks for the fighter because you got this. You think the best cardio in the world, you could fight for 25 minutes straight?
I think, yeah,
What?
for sure. I could do that. 100%.
25 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, 100%. 30 minutes. Give me 30
No
minutes.
possible way.
Yeah, I could do it 30 minutes.
No way.
I'm a fucking animal.
Okay, let's do this. Let's all get a petition and do this. Anything else
Yeah.
on that story?
No, that's pretty much all he said.
All right. Thank
All
you,
right.
Daniel Cormier, for chiming in.
Yeah.
Let's get to our sponsors real quick, and we'll move into the news. Got Head Rush coming in here.
Into the news. Head Rush is provider of the highest quality authentic apparel for lifestyle, MMA, and action sports enthusiasts. Men's and women's clothing ranging from hoodies, t-shirts, workout apparel, and more. Be part of the chosen few and save 20% using promo code MMA-Holes. That's promo code MMA-HOLES at the Head Rush link in the description below.
Would that favor Habib? If Habib was still fighting one round,
Yes.
that would favor Habib.
Yeah, 100%.
Would it favor Conor?
Because Khabib can go the distance, especially on the ground.
So you think grapplers, it would be more beneficial to?
Not all grapplers, and just like not all strikers. Like Conor, that would not be beneficial because there's a lot of opponents who would probably outstrike the guy or bring him to the ground, and he would tire out pretty quick. In fact, I would argue that someone like Conor would probably lose in a one-round fight rather than someone like Khabib who has the ability to continue to push on for that 25 minutes on the ground.
You know what I would do?
What?
I would condition my cardio perfect. I would have like the best cardio in the world and just fucking run around that cage
Yeah.
until the other person just gets completely tired.
Like the Tasmanian devil.
I would run around the cage, just keep running and have them chase me.
Yeah.
Just like, just running. And then when I see them panting, win.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
But there has to be some semblance of rules.
No, I just run.
There has to be something in place, like something that says that you can't do that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's the point of it's not a fight. It's tag. You're playing
It
tag.
doesn't matter, man. You're in a cage. Maybe make the cage smaller so you can't really run that far. I don't know. Man, I would like to see it though. You know, other organizations, PFL, other organizations out there, someone's got to fucking do this right now. Someone's got to do
Why
this.
don't we do it? We should do it.
You want to do it here?
Yeah, the MMA-Holes.
I would last like 20
championship.
seconds. I would last 20 seconds with my cardio. Anyway, let's get back to Head Rush. Sorry
The
about
MMA Holeanship.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we did Head Rush, so let's move on.
Okay.
Taking great care of yourself doesn't have to feel like a chore. Ballsy products are developed with unique active ingredients to keep you feeling and smelling better than ever before. Get up to 15% off using promo code MMA-Holes. That's promo code MMA-HOLES. Also, check out their latest product, their Ballsy deodorant, which is made from activated charcoal, no aluminum, none of that icky stuff that you need, and it doesn't feel sticky under your pits. So make sure you check it out. Link in the description to ballwash.com. Promo code MMA-Holes, 15% off.
Okay. Next we have Lux Bidet.
Say goodbye to toilet paper with affordable premium bidet attachments by Lux Bidet. Lux Bidet attachments gently cleanse your skin, leaving you feeling refreshed and confident. Save 10% at checkout with the link in the description below. Again, that's 10% off at checkout with the link in the description below.
I love these guys. Lux, Ballsy, Head Rush. I love them all.
Yeah.
Jesse,
Yeah?
I really do love them.
Yeah. How much do you love them?
A lot. And Mystic Roots.
Get top quality organic CBD products, including extracts, hemp flour, cosmetics, edibles, and more. Get up to 20% off using promo code MMA-Holes at mysticrootscbd.com. Again, that's mysticrootscbd.com.
Okay. I have my little Lifted Lotus today. Lifted Lotus, my drops. Always helps me out. Thank you guys.
Wonderful,
Seriously,
wonderful.
thank you to our sponsors. Appreciate it. If you want to get the deals, use the links down below. The promo codes and mysticrootscbd.com. Go to their website and use our promo code MMA-HOLES.
Yes, sir.
We got to contact Lux Bidet and find out if they can make me a custom baby bidet. I'm dead serious about this.
Okay.
This is something that I can sell to all the dads out there.
A
That-
baby bidet. So how is this going to work?
There's a little, there's going to be a little bucket.
But
okay?
you have to remember, babies can't hold up their heads when they're first born.
the-
So
there's a
how are you
seat.
going to do this?
There's a seat. So it's like a little bucket. There's a seat in there that supports the baby's head.
So you
it's like
have
a
to have
clamp.
pads.
Like a pad clamp.
Yeah, like a car seat. So
Just
they
like
can't.
just fucking clamps on like kind of like an alien.
You had to put a strap around their forehead too.
No, an alien like where they hold the like the face.
Yeah.
Just like right over their face,
Okay.
right? Right over the baby's
Yeah.
face, and the baby's like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. How are you
And
going
they're
to keep their
fucking in the
arms
seat
and their
now.
legs? From
In the
kicking?
little seat over there.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a whole cut in their seat, and we just blast the water right up in there. right?
Yeah.
They put them on an angle, so it comes. The water comes in on an angle, and then the poopies comes down.
Isn't that like child abuse?
No, it's nice soft spray. It's not like fucking.
But could you imagine? You just came into the world, and the first thing that
All right,
happens
you don't put
to
the clamp over their face. You put it behind their head. Okay. I was just trying to do that for comic reasons.
yeah.
But no, of course you don't put it over their face. You put it on the back of their head.
Yeah.
Right? Not like clamp a little pad, nice and comfy. You just fucking and you could use this to bathe the babies too.
What do you do
right?
when their arms and legs are kicking around? You know?
You put them in like a straitjacket. You put a baby straitjacket on them. No, but think about this. When you wash the baby, right, you already put them in this contraption.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah.
You have a thing where you plop the baby in, right? All you need to do is shoot a little water in the ass. Same thing. And then you just hose the son of a bitch down. You fucking...
But you can't just hose your child down. You can't do that.
No, I'm not saying, hey, call up the fire department and pull a whole hose off the truck and blast the baby across the street. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
A little, a light blast. Because I was wiping my baby's ass today, and I see the redness on the cheeks. And I'm like, look at...
But that always happens. That's normal.
I know, but if you did the bidet, you wouldn't have the redness on the cheeks.
That's why you have diaper rash cream.
But you don't need a cream. You don't need anything. You just put the spray in there. You pat it dry,
you do.
and then the baby's ass not red anymore. Think of it. Every time, and I've done it like twice, every time I fucking change a diaper, I'm looking at that poor red ass, and I'm like, that looks like it
really
sucks.
change the diaper?
I just made the joke twice.
Oh.
Or maybe 3 times I did it. 3 times. A good 3 times I did it. Which is a good percentage for men. Usually men don't even touch that shit. But me, a real man, I fucking ripped that. I grabbed the fucking legs of the baby like this, like really, like a strong grip around the ankles. I hold those legs. And I'm like, fuck you. I'm going to wipe your ass.
Yikes.
Right? No, but anyway, like when I do it, like I'm like, guys, little poopies in there. I got to get in there and I got to fucking get that poopy out.
You got to
right?
get in the crevices.
And then that's when you see a little redness.
Yeah.
And then you fucking throw the
it's
powder on
normal.
there.
If I were to rub your face...
It's inhumane to just rub a baby's ass until it turns like bright red and the baby's crying from the rawness of her ass. Like you're taking laser
skin. You can't be rubbing
skin.
it that hard.
Huh?
You can't possibly be rubbing it that hard.
I'm not rubbing it that hard, but it's very red. It's irritated. It's agitated. It's an agitated baby ass. But if you hit it with the spray, no more redness.
Yeah.
Right? You don't even have to worry about fucking baby powder anymore. None of that stuff.
No, you do though, because the whole point is because moisture gets trapped inside
so
a baby's
if you want to do a little baby powder, you can put that on, but at least the baby's ass is not going to be raw. Baby's completely content. Less crying, less screaming, less mess. Come on. What are we doing here? No wet wipes. Drunk. Have you ever fucking wiped a baby's ass? It's not just like, whoop, it's done. No, it's like fucking 17 times down that ass. And you got to spread the cheeks and get in the fucking asshole. Like
Moss,
you can't.
you're not doing it right if you're doing it 17 times.
How many? I watched you.
Yeah.
You're beating up that ass.
The most I've used is like 5 wipes if she has a really bad blowout.
5 wipes. 5. Could you imagine 5 wipes to your little baby ass? The redness of that ass. It's like, oh, you just get. Of course you get baby wipes. That's what, I'm not using fucking cardboard. I'm not using sandpaper down there, drunk. You animal. All right. Anyway, let's move on. Next story, please.
Okay. All right. So moving up to the top real quick, UFC Vegas 27 Font versus Garbrandt, the fight card moving up to the top, Moss. The fight card that's happening this weekend. Actually, no, that's not on there. Holy shit. Just kidding.
What's Matt Brown?
Yeah.
All right, so what are we talking about?
Well, I had the fight card that's happening this weekend, but I guess you can go over that later, right?
Jay, what's going on?
Or did you already go over
I'll just put it right here. Tell me. Talk to me.
Okay, well, it's literally just going over the card. The final UFC show of May is a fight night card at the Apex in Las Vegas.
Thank you, Renee. See Renee in the chat. It really
What?
does take. That's a real man right there. He knows what's up. It's ridiculous. You use half a pack of wipes on a damn baby's
Yeah, like
ass.
if they have a bad blowout, you know, like or if she has a really poopy day, then yeah, it takes a lot of
If
wipes.
you spray it off, that's it. It's done.
But here's my thing.
You're saving the
Now
environment.
here's my other question.
You're saving time.
Now I got another question for you.
Good. I got all the answers.
All right. So when they have a really bad poopy day, right, and you take that diaper off, the poop is not just in the butthole; it is all over the place.
Yeah, I know.
So it's not like one steady stream that you can use to just shoot up the butt.
Ready?
So you want to just
You just take the legs. You just shift it over to the
Or
side.
how about a
And you
hose?
shift it over there.
like from a sink, like the sink hoses.
That probably would work better. Where you take
And
the
you could
handle
just,
off
like-
and you just little drench.
Yeah.
Take that. Put it down. Pat, pat, pat. Diaper on. Done. Why has no one invented this fucking thing? My God. Like, think about it. It would save so much fucking time.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? It's 2021. You mean to tell me they don't have a little spray hose?
How do you dry it? Washable.
What a fucking towel.
Cloth.
You just
Yeah.
tap it. And that's it.
Washcloths.
Think about this. You throw the cloth in the fucking laundry over there. You just keep going. Like, what the fuck? It would save. I'm telling you, I could save so many. The dads out there understand. Now, the people that are never going to reproduce.
Baby
probably
wipes
like,
are
fucking
expensive. They are expensive, though.
They're fucking annoying and expensive. Yeah. But we could fix that with a baby bidet. Now, someone right now is writing this down. Henry Solstice is like,
someone's about to patent it.
Yeah. They're just like, oh, I gotta know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this and I'm gonna make millions and call it the Moss bidet.
Yeah.
But you know what? Make it. I don't give a fuck. I'm too lazy to patent
Moss
it. So.
will buy it.
I'll buy it. Yeah, I'll be the first one online to buy it. I'm telling you, we're gonna email Lux after the stream and figure out how the hell we're gonna make this thing. I want my face on the bidet.
Okay.
Like if they make this, I want my fucking stupid bearded head like this.
That's disturbing. You put your child on something that has that.
And you just grab my head and you spray the baby down. I'm like,
Is the water coming out of your mouth?
the water's coming right out of my mouth.
Okay.
I was gonna say, all right, forget it.
No more.
Yeah, I got terrible jokes.
Yeah. Getting a little weird here.
All right, what's about this card?
Okay. There's a lot on the line in the co-main event as China's Yan Xiaonan takes a former strawweight champion Carla Esparza with the title shot almost certainly at stake. The next biggest main card fight is a rescheduled middleweight scrap between Jack Hermanson and Edmund Shabazian, which was supposed to happen at UFC 262 but was delayed.
One more thing, and I'm gonna end on this.
Come on, Masa.
Jeremiah in the chat says diapers through the roof. Pampers are the best, but most expensive. Huggies blow. Okay, you know, and here's why.
I disagree.
Hold on.
Huggies are the best.
Here is why there's no baby bidet. Let me tell you why. It's because those fucking diaper companies out there. They're buying out all the patents. There are baby bidets that are about to hit the market, and diaper companies are like, nope, not on my watch. Buying the patent and then throwing it in the garbage.
Diapers.
Shredding it down. Huh?
No, they still have to wear diapers.
Oh, that's right. No, baby wipes. I'm sorry, baby wipes.
Baby wipe companies.
Yeah, I fucked up my own joke.
Yeah.
Baby wipes. Baby wipes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I fucked it up. Baby wipes. They're buying the patent.
Yeah.
They're fucking doing it. Fucking baby wipes, you stupid ass baby wipes. All right. I gotta move on now. I'm sorry. It's something we gotta figure out. We gotta figure out the judging system in MMA, and we gotta figure out how the hell we can clean a baby's ass without having to use 400 wipes.
All right, the next biggest main card fight is a rescheduled middleweight scrap between Jack Hermanson and Edmund Shabazian, which was supposed to happen at UFC 262 but was delayed due to COVID protocols.
Yes.
Keep an eye on that flyweight bout between David Dvorak and Raulian Paiva, as that has a fight of the night potential.
Hold on a second. Dre Angle says they do have a baby bidet. Dre, I will fucking suck your cock if you send that thing to me. I will suck all the cum out of your cock if you send me a goddamn baby bidet.
Do they really have a baby bidet? That would be so funny.
I will go full homo.
Wonderful.
I will go so homosexual.
Party popper, balloon, party face, birthday cake, happy 25th birthday Jessie,
thanks,
balloon, present, party popper, chocolate bar, party face. You are wonderful.
Thank you.
Smiley face,
nice of you,
cool
Ann.
face,
All right.
heart, love your JBM.
Love you
Check
too.
out Discord, I posted some pics of you. Thanks for the memories.
Thank you,
Smiley
Ann.
face.
Lots of emojis in there. Thank you, Ann.
Thank you, Ann. That was very nice of you.
That was sweet.
Ann's the best. The best. Okay.
All
Back
right.
into
So this is an ESPN Plus exclusive show that has an earlier start time than normal, which might delight many of you. Here's the full bout order for the May 22nd card. We've got Rob Font versus Cody Garbrandt as the main event. Yan Xiaonan versus Carla Esparza as the co-main. Justin Taffa versus Jared Vandera. Felicia Spencer versus Norma Dumont. You actually scroll through on that one. David Dvorak versus Raulian Paiva. Jack Hermanson versus Edmund Shabazian. And then we get into the preliminaries. Ricardo Ramos versus Bill Algeo. Ben Rothwell versus Chris Barnett. Court McGee versus Claudio Silva. Bruno Gustavo da Silva versus Victor Rodriguez. Josh Kulibau versus Shah Yilan, Damir Hadzovic versus Yancy Medeiros, and Rafael Alves versus Damir Ismagulov.
Wonderful.
Okay, so there it is. There's the fight night happening Saturday night. As of right now, 13 fights. Knock on wood, we have all the fights, and we have a nice long card to hang out together. We'll crack a cold one.
By the way,
yeah,
it starts at 4 Eastern time, guys, which is 1 for us. So
1 o'clock.
Starts a couple hours earlier than usual.
What time's the main card start?
7 Eastern.
7, 8, 9, 10. It'll be over nice and early.
Yes.
So
Well, for us, it'll be 4 Eastern.
So what's the deal? Why is there something else going on? Is there like a boxing event or something? Is Jake Paul fighting or some shit?
I honestly don't know. They just scheduled it for an early bout. Maybe because they have so many fights on the card this weekend.
You make him lose the fight terribly inside of the cage. You make him spread his ass cheeks. Now you enter his backstage, and you fill it with your rage. Come on, style bender, one fight. Izzy is inside COSTA. Yeah, Izzy is inside COSTA. Sunosi.
Happy birthday to the saner of the two hosts.
Thank you.
Would give more, but last foff I blew my load.
Oh yeah.
Have a great night.
Thank you, Sonosi. I'm the saner of the two of us.
Listen,
You're the crazier.
That's a compliment. Thank you, Sunosi. Appreciate that. Sane is for losers.
Yeah.
Crazy is for winners.
Nah.
Sunosi, thank you. Yeah, Sunosi went fucking crazy.
Yes.
Dropping like probably around $500.
Yes, sir.
Sunosi is the namer of the studio as well. And wonderful. Swole sexy. Will the studio ever get renamed?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
But thank you, Sunosi, so much. And thank you to everyone that donated tonight on JBM's birthday. Uh-oh. Hold on. Coming in hot. Jeremiah.
Anzalone, Michael Anzalone, Michael Anzalone. Watch out, here he comes with the wrench friend, heart and soul of the holes, Mrs. D girlfriend. Time out, trolls. Welcome to the dead end. Cock so big that you can't even comprehend. Boston Chrome, making bitches moan on the timestamp throne while the chat room stone. Hold up, save the show for the tales will be told about Michael Anzalone.
The Anz, baby.
Was reading some old dig comments and forgot me and Mikey used to talk a lot on there.
Aw.
Missed that, homie, RIP. Anyway, done should cover some diapers for you. Happy birthday, Jesse.
Thank you, Jeremiah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes,
Wow.
it does cover some diapers.
That was nice of you, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Wow. Rest in peace to the greatest Michael Anz, the most wonderful member of this show. May he rest in peace.
Wonderful.
All right, so this is going down. We discussed Font versus Garbrandt. Do you have a
Garbrandt.
pick? Quick pick here. Who are you picking? Who you taking?
Not Garbrandt.
What? Really?
Yeah, I'm going Font on this one.
Has Font ever been knocked
I
out?
never picked Cody Garbrandt
Yeah, why?
because I think he's got a glass chin.
Okay, let's see. Let me see. He's been submitted by Pedro Munoz? I think he fought in CES, didn't he, Rob Font? If I'm not mistaken, yeah, he did. Yeah, we've seen him fight.
CES.
Yeah, CES guy. Good for him. Wow, how about CES, man? This would be a big one for him. Back-to-back top guys, former champion taking out Garbrandt.
It's Ellie.
Ellie's in the chat. Unleashed. She fucked that thing up, that dragon.
Happy birthday, JBM. You guys are wonderful.
Ah, thank you so much, Joby.
Wonderful.
You're wonderful.
Wow, Jeremiah and Joe B going back to back with big ones there. Thank you guys.
I love seeing her face on the donation.
Yeah, I don't care what anyone says. That's
so
awesome.
Cute. All right.
Hey, Ellie, how you doing up there? How you doing? Just hanging out? Just hanging out in the chat with a little dog behind us? All right. By the way, Ellie's beating up a dragon, right? Because we like to let the dragons loose.
Yeah.
Well, Ellie beats the shit out of that dragon.
That's true.
When the dragon gets loose, Ellie puts it back in the cage. So if you want to drop a donation, link in the description. And thank you so much to the generosity tonight. I mean, it's crazy. Crazy stuff. All right, what else do we have in the news?
Mike Brown says Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor trilogy could potentially be the highest or the biggest pay-per-view of all time. Not of the year, of all time.
Okay.
Do you agree?
You know what? With a crowd with, oh man, people in the seats.
Of all time.
Yeah, I do think so.
Since the UFC started.
Yeah.
The biggest pay-per-view of all time.
We know the common denominator on all the high pay-per-views. It's all Conor McGregor. It's sprinkled. If one thing, he may not be at his prime right now, but what we do know is he can sell a damn
but
fight.
Poirier?
Yeah. You know why?
Why?
You know why? We're going to get aggressive Conor. We're going to get fucking crazy Conor back right on the mic. So he's going to sell it that way.
Yes.
Dustin Poirier already smashed him in the last fight. So now people are going to be
But
like, I got to
if you
tune
were a
in.
casual fan and Dustin Poirier already smashed him in the last fight, would you still be like,
Yes.
oh, I got to see that Dustin Poirier fight?
Yes. Yeah. I
don't-
do. Here's
no,
the problem.
think as a casual fan.
Yes. Yeah. Let me tell you why. The last fight, Dustin got smoked by Conor swiftly. And a lot of the casuals... What the?
Colby Covington wants to kiss your hand. Donald Trump, can I kiss your hand? Kiss your hand. Kiss your hand. Trump, you have a delicious hand.
What the?
Happy birthday, Mama Jess. Heart.
Thank you, but why? Why?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Dankeschön.
My man. Okay. Conor McGregor smokes Dustin Poirier
Yes.
swiftly and quickly many moons ago. A lot of people that are casuals don't even know who Dustin Poirier is,
Or
right?
don't even know about that fight.
With that fight happening, what was the pay-per-views on that thing? Hold on. It was pretty freaking high. Hold on a second. Let me look.
Was it high?
Yes, it was.
But the second one wasn't as high as the first one, right?
Hold on.
If
What's
I'm
that?
not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Was it higher than
pay-per-view.
the first one?
Yeah, yeah.
Or was it...
When it happened on the first one, Conor wasn't even really Conor McGregor. Like, he was on...
But did the second one
He
beat
was like
the first
three
one?
fights from the top. Did the second fight... What are you talking about? Do you remember?
The pay-per-view numbers.
Yeah, it wasn't on... Conor Dustin was on a pay-per-view, but it wasn't a John Jones card.
Oh, shoot. You're right.
Yeah, it wasn't even... That wasn't a minute.
So
that was
it's
many
not a
moons ago.
pay-per-view-
That was
it's not
before
pay-per-view
people...
sales.
Yeah, I remember watching that fight in V-Neck's backyard, and no one
Gotcha.
even knew who Conor was in the backyard. They're like, "Ooh, this guy sucks."
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so let's see. Poirier McGregor 2 is... Look at this. Look at the buys. 1,600,000, Jess.
Now, don't you think that could have been just because McGregor had been gone? He'd been on a layoff for a little while, and he's coming back. So now people are a little more excited to see his return.
Yeah, that played a part. But here's the deal, Jess. Now you have Conor coming off the first ever knockout. He was nice guy Conor then. Now he's going to be shithead Conor going into this thing. Dustin Poirier is the guy that knocked him out. So now people know who Dustin is, casual fans at least. I mean, of course, hardcores know. This is easy. Like how CC says 2 million. Easy 2 mil.
Yeah.
Easy. Now, is it going to beat Khabib McGregor? Khabib is a big draw himself, so that's tough to say. But if the fact that it's tied with Diaz McGregor too, and Diaz McGregor too, people forget, it didn't have the chance to build up. Diaz stepped in on short notice. If that had a build up, that would have been even higher.
Yeah.
So Poirier versus McGregor 3, I think
Beats?
I'm gonna say this. I can't believe I'm gonna. Oh fuck! I
I
don't know
think
if
it
it does.
beats it.
God,
I
that's
do
it's
think
high.
I think it could get pretty high. I don't think it's gonna beat it though. I think there were a lot of factors with Poirier McGregor too that you're not gonna get with the
Man,
third one.
I don't know if it's gonna beat it. That is tough. Yeah, I think the ticket's gonna be hot. They're gonna be selling like hotcakes. They're gonna sell it super quick because people are gonna be interested in. People want to see McGregor lose. Mm-hmm. You know, people want to see McGregor come back. There's gonna be a lot of interested people in this thing. But when it comes to
I don't know.
pay-per-views, it's just the problem is it's so easy for people to steal pay-per-views that it's going to be very difficult. Like now is the easiest time to do it.
Oh, you know what? That's another thing. You brought up a good point. During Poirier McGregor 2, Dana White was putting the scare into everybody about stealing pay-per-views. So people were probably more apt to buy the pay-per-view then than they are now because now
maybe.
they're not scared anymore.
Yeah, they gotta pull some sort of thing where they say they're coming after the streamers.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's something that they had then that they're not going to have this time around.
Well, if you want to support the MMA-Holes, click the link in the description down below. ESPN Plus. We have The Ultimate Fighter coming up, whether you like it or not, or I don't know. If you want to watch The Ultimate Fighter, use our link down below. If you're going to watch the fights this weekend, use our link below. Or if you're buying any of the pay-per-views, anyone that uses our link down below gets the bundle, and on top of it, helps us out tremendously. You have no idea. So everyone, thank you so much to the people that used it for the last pay-per-view, the people that are going to use it for this fight night on Saturday night. We thank you in advance. Seriously. You're all wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Link down below. Shameless plug. But yeah, I got to say, I am not sure if it's going to get 2 million for 100,000.
Well, let me tell you what Mike Brown thinks.
I don't know.
According to Farrah Hannon and Mike Bone of MMA Junkie, Mike Brown thinks Dustin Poirier opting to fight Conor McGregor is absolutely the right choice. Poirier, who cemented himself as the #1 contender to the UFC lightweight title when he knocked out McGregor in their rematch at UFC 257, decided to settle their rivalry in a trilogy bout rather than taking an immediate shot at gold. It's a choice that his head coach Brown thinks is the better move for his career, considering the magnitude of the fight. Brown told MMA Junkie, quote, "Yeah, this is the right choice. Conor is the biggest draw in this sport, and I think this will sell more pay-per-views than any other fight. This potentially will be the biggest pay-per-view of all time."
Man, I don't know. I think it's going to hit 2 mil.
It really has that capability, and it probably will. I believe that, and the title fight will always be thereafter. He's still getting better all the time, and another guy who has paid his dues more than anyone. There are the guys that took the long road, the guys that deserve it more than anybody. As a result, the promotion set up a vacant lightweight title fight between Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler at UFC 262, where Oliveira was crowned the champion when he stopped Chandler in round 2. Oliveira is now projected to meet the winner of Poirier versus McGregor rubber match, which headlines UFC 264 on July 10th in Las Vegas. Brown has the utmost confidence that Poirier will get the job done against McGregor. Again, while the calf kicks were a major factor in Poirier's ability to hinder McGregor's movement, Brown thinks the Diamond has multiple ways to win. He says, "I think Conor believes that the calf kicks is what really was the major problem, but it wasn't the calf kicks that knocked him out." Brown also said, "So I like where we're sitting in this fight, and I'm very confident going into it. The fight game is very complex. This is one weapon of potentially thousands or more. We're talking about one weapon there. Dustin has got a lot of them."
All right. What do you guys think in the chat? Will this be the highest pay-per-view ever? A yay or nay?
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I have trouble because Khabib he's a massive draw. Conor, we know he could pull crazy numbers, and he dragged Dustin to that point right there. How about this? Like Conor, well, I guess you can't really compare it because Khabib didn't have the luxury of having the time slot that McGregor versus Poirier had. If Poirier versus Khabib was later on at night, I think that would have done a little bit better. Mm. But anyway, to get those numbers, 1,600,000 with just Dustin Poirier, who is known to not really sell fights, and Conor really didn't even try to sell that fight. It's kind of impressive. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here.
Wonderful, wonderful.
God, he talks about Poirier like he is the greatest fighter of all time and that McGregor doesn't have all-world ability also.
Yeah, he is talking up Poirier a lot, huh? He is talking him up a lot. You think that's a mistake? Do you think he should stop gassing his head?
I don't know.
Yeah, Poirier, I tell you what, he's the best version of himself right now. So Dustin Poirier should be a favorite in this thing. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, you know what's up. You know what time it is. McGregor is going to bounce back.
Yes, sir. My foot was up a little.
We all know what's going to happen, Jesse. We all know the
Yes,
outcome
sir.
of that fight. All right, Derek Lewis.
All right, Derek Lewis punched a man allegedly attempting to steal his SUV. Hoofa. According to Scott Polachek of the Bleacher Report, UFC heavyweight Derek Lewis punched a man who allegedly attempted to break into his SUV and waited at the scene until police arrived. According to Chris Young of Yahoo Sports, the man tried to use a screwdriver to get into the car that was parked outside of Lewis's Texas home. The fighter heard banging noises and caught the potential thief in the process.
You know what's funny? The guy breaks into Anthony Smith's house and basically gets away with it, right? But Derek Lewis, you break in his car, he beats the fuck out of you. Like, that's how it should
Anthony
be.
Smith got into a fight with the guy.
Yeah, but what happened to the guy?
They beat the fuck out of each other.
What? Yeah, but
Yeah.
Anthony Smith, it didn't seem like he won that fight.
Yeah, well, they said that, like, because he was all on drugs and shit like that, he didn't feel a lot of what Anthony Smith was throwing to him. But Anthony Smith even said, he's like, I can't recall the exact words he used, but he said something along the lines of, it was like the toughest person that he had fought because everything he was throwing at the guy. He was
Not
just
with Derek
like,
Lewis. Derek Lewis is
absorbing him.
there. That guy's on the floor. He's down. His face planted.
Well, it's Derek Lewis.
That's right.
I mean,
it's a real man.
come on.
You break into Derek Lewis' car.
And you have to
his
remember
fucking
when
house.
you're on drugs, if you're under the influence or anything like that, a lot of times, what would normally hurt a person, they don't feel.
Could you imagine though? You're breaking into a car. By the way, whoever breaks into a car, like what kind of fucking loser do you have to be to break into someone's car? I remember when I was a kid, my car used to get broken into all the time. Guitars stolen, radios ripped out of the dashboard. You have to be like the lowest scum of the earth to break into someone's house or car and steal the shit. I know like life is rough, But just get a fucking job and stop being a fucking knucklehead and breaking into and stealing shit. And good for that guy getting his ass beat by Derek Lewis, man.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the look on his face when he looks over and you see Derek Lewis? What the fuck you doing? Like, my God. He must have shit. There was probably shit all over his pants.
Mm-hmm. Probably. Mr. Lewis says he went over to the suspect, struck him, placed him onto the ground until the police arrived. That's the nicest way to put it. Lee noted that the alleged thief was hospitalized and is facing a criminal mischief charge. It is not a more serious charge because our winner did not get into the vehicle, Silva said. Then this is the police department spokesperson. As for Lewis, Lee noted he is expected to challenge heavyweight champ Francis Ngannou. Lewis defeated Ngannou at UFC 226. Now, the guy was hospitalized. He punched him once, but the guy was hospitalized.
Well, you know why, right? He probably realized that this guy, he's probably going to try to sue him or some shit because he's a UFC fighter or something like that.
He can't sue him. He was breaking into his property, and he was charged with criminal mischief.
Listen, you never know these days. Maybe you get some hotshot lawyer, Better Call Saul, coming in there and said, my client was attacked by a man with weapons in his hands.
No, he's not getting any of that.
You know, some lawyers looking at this, like, get in the fucking ambulance. If you were that asshole, you would have went to the ambulance, right?
What? He is breaking into someone else's car.
No, hear me out. If you're a lowlife, right? If you're a lowlife breaking into a car, and fucking Derek Lewis, guy is about to fight for a title in the UFC, fucking rocks you and you're down on the floor. When the cops arrest you, you say, give me a fucking ambulance. You get in that fucking ambulance. And then you know what you do? You find a fucking slimeball lawyer and then try to fucking angle it. Like, I wasn't trying to break into the car. I thought someone was in there suffocating in the heat. You have some angle. I'm crazy. And some man with weapons in his hand try to kill me out there. I'm suing Derek Lewis. Don't be surprised if this fucking animal...
Don't put the ideas out there. What if the guy's listening?
Call me up. I'll be your lawyer, buddy. You slime bag son of a bitch. I'll be your lawyer. I'll help you out, bud.
All right, according to Brett Okamoto of ESPN, UFC fighter Beneil Dariush gets Tesla loaner after calling out CEO Elon Musk, which a lot of people weren't really thrilled about, to be quite honest.
Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Elon Musk, I want your Cybertruck so fucking bad. Like, I think about it every day before I go to bed and when I wake up. I think about it. I watch YouTube videos over and over again. I want a bulletproof motherfucking truck that looks badass, that looks like people... I want Jessie to vomit every time she looks at this thing because, I don't know. Do you like it yet or no? And she's going to vomit every time she looks at it. But I want this thing. I want to protect my daughter in this Batmobile-looking fucking truck where I plug it into my house. I don't have to go to a slimy-ass gas station and just fucking put disgusting fuel in my car. I want energy. I want energy. Elon Musk, can you give me a fucking Tesla? Please. Give me a fucking Tesla, dude. I need it. I got a baby, a hungry baby with a raw ass. I got to wipe my baby's ass with fucking baby wipes. But if I was in a Tesla... I don't know how that would help my baby's ass, but it would help me.
He's still going to be wiping her ass with baby wipes.
It would make me feel better, Elon Musk. So please, Elon, give me that Tesla. Help me out. I love you. And I'm sorry you have Asperger's. Okay, someone clip that and send that to him. Someone, please. I need someone to send that to Elon Musk, and let's see if this works.
Okay. UFC lightweight Beneil Dariush waited months for Tesla to give him some answers about a new vehicle he had ordered in 2020.
Oh, shit, I just got a text. It's Elon Musk.
As it turns out, all he needed to do was call out Elon Musk on live television to get the response he was looking for. Dariush defeated Tony Ferguson via unanimous decision at UFC 262 last weekend in Houston and made a surprise call out of the Tesla CEO immediately afterward. Dariush, who lives in Southern California, said he ordered a new car for his pregnant wife 6 months ago but has yet to receive the vehicle. Later that evening, Musk apologized to Dariush in a post on social media, and on Tuesday, Dariush's manager, Ali Abdelaziz, posted a picture of Dariush standing next to a Tesla.
Okay.
I would have called out Melinda Gates.
Melinda Gates. Thank you, CC Point. I don't know who that is. Who is Melinda Gates, you know?
Isn't that Bill Gates' wife?
I guess. I don't know. Listen, we live under a rock. Unless it's UFC or MMA stuff, we have no idea what's going on in the world. Who is Melinda Gates?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Maybe she's smashing Bill. It is true. I know some people in the chat saying it's a loaner. That is kind of fucked, though, right? He still has to pay for the car. right?
Well, no, he had already ordered the car back in 2020.
Yeah.
And he's calling Elon Musk out saying, "Where's my car? I ordered the car."
So it must be the Cybertruck, right?
So no, it's a Tesla car. I guess he had ordered and he didn't get it yet. So he told Elon Musk, "Where's my car?" So Elon Musk is like,
so give him the fucking car.
So Musk is like, "Sorry, here's a loaner until you get your car," because I guess there's like a long waiting list because a lot of people order it.
This is what I don't understand, Jess. Elon Musk is Elon Musk. This dude is the inventor of everything, right? He's got rocket ships flying to Mars, and he's got cars driving around with no gas.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Tell me Darius doesn't look like a homo standing in front of that tiny little car. Must be a man, get a real truck.
Okay, Chubbs, you ready for this? The Cybertruck is bigger than any of your trucks. It's faster than any of your trucks.
Oh, boy.
It's stronger than any of your trucks. It's bulletproof. That is a fucking man's truck. Just because you have fumes doesn't mean you have a man's truck. Let me just say this very clear. Do yourself a favor and look up the Cybertruck. It is the manliest fucking thing that you can drive. It's fucking bulletproof. Like what? Anyway, back into the point over here. Why is Elon Musk giving this man a loaner, right?
Because he's
hold on. Can I make the point?
Oh, okay.
Yet Steve will do it on YouTube.
Is ordering a bunch of Teslas.
It's just giving out Teslas.
I don't know the whole deal. I just know that he ordered it, didn't receive it, and was like on like a waiting list, I guess. So now he's getting a loaner until his comes in.
So he has to, it's a loaner, so he's got to give us back.
But maybe in different places, like Steve will do it, probably lives in an area where Teslas are readily available.
Let me explain to you who this Steve will do it is guy, right? He's part of his Nelk boys, fucking knucklehead retards. The leader of Nelk looks like a deformed mongoloid. Like I don't even know, but yet he's fucking making these YouTube videos and girls are sucking his cock. I don't know what's going on. And then Steve will do it, who is another mongoloid looking man, but at least I like the Steve will do it. He's got a big
yeah, he's
schnoz.
like one of the
It's
only
funny.
tolerable guys.
Yeah. Watch Steve will do it, okay? This guy, he's a young kid traveling around, throwing money around there, and fucking just giving Teslas, buying Teslas and giving it to these people. This is a YouTuber. How is Elon Musk giving this man a loaner? Why can't Elon Musk just give him the fucking car, right? What the fuck loaner? Think about that. But Steve will do it. We'll give it to him. How does that even work? Isn't that bad? Isn't that a bad look?
But no, but that's what I'm saying. I think in different areas, maybe it's more readily available. You know, like I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
By the way, Antisocial said he sparred Gaethje. Yeah, in the last Nelk Boy video or some shit. I don't know, one of those Nelk Boy videos. Which listen, I don't fucking know what's going on with there. There are a bunch of like kids that like.
But you're watching.
I know I'm watching it because I don't know. Maybe I'm living through it.
It's like a trap. It's like one of those like really
I know, I get
shallow
mad.
slides
I
that
get angry
you're
when I
just
watch it.
slowly falling into.
I'm like, these kids, if they didn't have a YouTube channel, not one girl would look at these guys.
Yeah.
But because they have YouTube channels, they got girls twerking on them. They're fucking throwing dollars. They are gremlins. They look like fucking a bunch of gremlins. One dude's shoulders are like this, like, hey, how you doing? I'm from the Nelk Boys, and his fucking shoulders are up to his forehead. Dude looks like fucking Quasimodo. He's like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, these dudes are getting pussy because they got a YouTube channel.
Well, I don't think it's because they have a YouTube channel.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I'm sure that
You think
helps.
they're gonna hit the fucking bar and anyone would give them the time of day if they weren't Nelk?
They're walking around with bricks of money in their hands.
Exactly.
It's not the YouTube channel.
If you are a mongoloid-looking, gargoyle-looking fucking young man, start a YouTube channel and just fucking hit it big. You'll get laid constantly because I'm looking at these guys and I'm telling you what, if I walked into a club and I saw those guys standing there, I'm like, I'm getting laid. I'm getting laid. This is easy. I'm a 4. But these guys are like a 2 out of 10. They're like a bunch of 2s just hanging out. One dude looks like a fucking ostrich. He looks like an Indian ostrich for
You're
fuck's
so
sake.
mean.
And I'm watching. They're just throwing Teslas out of money. What the fuck? Is Ugly hot now? What's going on, Jess? People probably want to vomit when they see me with you, right? Like I'm an old, like just beaten up old angry man.
No, you're very.
I got a young
man.
25-year-old popping out fucking gingers. I'm not giving Teslas out. I want to give a Tesla out.
Popping out gingers.
Here I am struggling over here with a fucking happy birthday dog behind me. And this kid, these mongoloids running around. Nelk. It should be called mongoloids. You should buy my merch. And they're just fucking selling them in droves. Full send this, full send that. I'm like, they're fucking mongoloids. What are we? I'm going to wear a mongoloid shirt. Wear my mongoloid shirt. Head rush. Go surprise. You know, the fuck is going on? Yet I watch it. And I'm sitting there all angry, just staring at the fucking YouTube channel like, fuck you, asshole.
Yeah.
It's like Rocky Dennis. They look like a bunch of Rocky Dennises just running around, throwing around bricks of money. All right, anyway, I got to move on. So Steve will do it. But by the way, Steve will do is the only guy I can stomach. He's actually tolerable.
He is.
He's funny.
Yeah.
The other guys could fucking suck a dick. They could all suck a dick.
So there's that story. I mean, there's not much more to be said about this. He got a loner.
Okay. I don't know. The guy sent me down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
We need a baby. What's 2 stories with this guy?
No. It's just one, but the tweet got.
Is he an Ali Abdelaziz guy? I guess he is, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Ali's guys getting it done. All right, here we go.
Okay. According to Damon Martin of MMA Fighting, Neil Magny is open to a KHAMZAT Chimaev fight, but in a perfect world, he'd prefer Vicente Luque next. Which, I'm not opposed to. Neil Magny, Vicente Luque.
That's a good fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I'm down.
Yep. Let's see. Neil Magny is all about options. Fresh off a unanimous decision win over Jeff Neal, or as Moss likes to say, Joff Neal. UFC Vegas 26. The veteran welterweight is looking to take a little bit of time off to rest and heal his body, but he's always looking at what comes next. With August as his targeted timeline to return, Magny barely had time to step up out of the cage this past Saturday night before he was bombarded with questions about a possible showdown with KHAMZAT Chimaev later this year. The undefeated Chechen has been teasing his return.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I think that's a good matchup.
I'll start up my big ass truck and push on the gas a few times, and you start up your electric go-kart truck, and we'll see how many women get in my truck. You're selling short the rumble and vibration of a man truck.
Listen, let me tell you something. I can fucking put my speakers on and go vroom, 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 whoop-de-doo. My truck will blow past your truck. It would leave it in the dust. The desert dust. We had this conversation on the second channel, and I'm talking like I have this thing. I'm going to get this thing. I'm going to get this Tesla truck, this Cybertruck. It's going to be in my possession, the MMA-Holes vehicle.
I will say there's one thing, and maybe I'm not speaking on behalf of all women, but I can just speak on behalf of, I guess, just myself as a woman. That the whole obnoxious, like loud revving of the engine thing, it's not all that attractive. I got to be honest, it's kind of like annoying.
What?
It's just so obnoxious. I don't know. I like, maybe I can't speak on behalf of all women. I'm just saying, in my opinion, I find it.
What are you trying to say?
Annoying.
Revving an engine's not cool,
it's
Jesse.
It's not. I don't know. It's not cute. It's not cute to me. I don't.
Smart woman right there. Listen. If you want to loud, when I was a kid, I fucking put intakes in my car and try to make it sound as loud as possible, and then I grew up.
No.
Come on, guys. What are we doing here? What are we doing here with the fucking loud trucks? When you're an adult, you don't need a loud truck. When you're a young kid and you want to try to,
maybe when I was in like high school or something, I would have been like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but it's just.
But not anymore.
Yeah, unless you're gonna pick up fucking high school girls or fucking or be Vin Diesel lied to us, or you want to be in the fucking Fast and the Furious. I don't know. Like, listen. It's cool, I guess, like if you go to an auto show.
Probably to other dudes. It's probably cool to other dudes, like to impress your friends and stuff like that.
Let me put it to you this way. Muscles, right? Muscles. Girls don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about muscles, right? But guys are, yo, that guy's jacked over there. Look at that fucking guy over there. Yeah. Guys like work out more for guys. And they will never admit it. But that's what they do. They work out because they want to look all big and buff and look strong. And when I'm next to my girl, I want to look like a real man and yada, 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 right? Because they want to intimidate other men. Right? It's the same thing with trucks.
Some muscles are okay.
Yeah. What are you trying to say, Jessica? I gotta get muscles now?
No, like you're fine. I'm talking about like, like the scrawny guys who walk around like toothpicks. Like,
well, listen, I mean,
it's okay.
What are you gonna do?
But some girls like that,
Okay. But what I'm saying is like an abundance of muscle, right?
Yeah, it's not necessary.
It's not necessary, right? Just like an abundance of sound is not gonna give you pussy. It's not gonna do it. But yeah, guys, for some reason think, hey, if I have a loud truck, I'm going to get ass. No.
God.
All right, you're going like this, you get ass. If you Steve will do it.
We got MMA to talk about over here, Mom.
I'm getting all hot and bothered here.
All right.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate the donations.
All right. With August as his... Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Wonderful.
Only car that has one driver but two assholes, Tesla. That goofy-ass truck should come with a pussy humidifier for any woman who happens to ride in one. Oh, look at me. I eat dick sandwiches and drive a golden eye concept car. GTFO. Happy B-Day, Jesse.
Thank you, Kainoto. Appreciate it.
A bulletproof truck. No oil change is required in that thing. You just plug it in, you go. It's faster than anything out there on the road. Faster than anything out there on the road. It could fucking withstand anything. You shoot the thing, you're fine. Yet you want a fucking truck that just spits out exhaust, guzzles gas, obnoxious, and it's not bulletproof. So if someone shoots your truck, you're dead. You want to die. I want to live. The world comes to an end. I'm fucking powering that thing off of solar, and you're fucking siphoning, you're sucking, you're blowing cars to get fucking gas out of that thing.
Okay. Fresh off of a unanimous decision win over Jeff Neal at UFC Vegas 26, the veteran welterweight is looking to take a little bit of time off to rest and heal his body, but he's always looking at what comes next. With August as his targeted timeline to return, Magny barely had time to step out of the cage this past Saturday night before he was bombarded with questions about a possible showdown with KHAMZAT Chimaev later this year. The undefeated Chechen has been teasing his return to action after nearly retiring following a harrowing ordeal with COVID-19. Chimaev took the UFC by storm last year with 3 consecutive wins in rapid-fire fashion, but one criticism toward him has been the level of competition. 2 of his 3 opponents are no longer on the UFC roster, and he's only had a single fight at welterweight, yet he was initially expected to clash with Leon Edwards, who is currently in title contention at 170 pounds after going undefeated in his past 9 fights. According to Magny, he's absolutely open to fighting Chimaev if that's what the UFC offers him. He says, I'm still not opposed to the KHAMZAT Chimaev fight. The dude's untested at this point. He's a young up-and-comer. He has credentials on the international level. He definitely has potential to be a great fighter.
Hold on a second. One more thing. I'm sorry. Bruce says just throw water on your Tesla and it's done. The Tesla could float. The truck can fucking float. Cars and trucks have air intakes.
Can it float?
Yes. The fucking thing floats.
No.
Yeah. Oh, she's getting wet right now.
No,
the fucking thing floats.
I just didn't know it could float.
That thing floats. So you're in that truck. A fucking monsoon comes or a fucking hurricane. Everything's
float?
flooded out.
Are you gonna drive into the river?
And Punky Brewster in the fucking chat's like, oh, you're gonna be up Schitt's Creek. Stupid fuck. It floats. Do your fucking research. You throw water on it. You throw water on a fucking engine. What's gonna happen? The thing's gonna seize. It's gonna suck it into the air intake, and you're done. The fuck? I want to see Brewster in his floating car.
Oh,
come on, guys. We all gotta get Teslas. What are we doing here?
When life gives you lemons, you make gingers.
That's right.
Mystics World, happy birthday, JBH.
Thank you so much, Sean Leary.
Thank you. Elon Musk got put me on the payroll. We got to get fucking. I swear to God, I would be the spokesperson of Tesla.
Get off the
Get
Tesla.
them over here.
Can we
Let's
talk
go.
about MMA?
Let's give them out. Imagine giving Teslas out to the community. Like, no, I don't want that. It's electric. Then fuck you. You're not getting your Tesla. Could you imagine? Do you think people would turn down a Tesla? Like, you think I know? Like, no, don't give me the Tesla. It's electric. I don't want it. All right, fine.
You guys,
You know
you
he'll
got
take
on
the fucking
this whole
Tesla.
thing, and once you get him on it, there's no getting off.
I don't even have it. I'm promoting something I don't even have. I just jerk off to it. All right, next.
All right, next. Edson Barboza wants crazy Max Holloway matchup, but any top 5 name works.
Yes.
I actually really like Barboza Holloway. I know you're saying it doesn't make sense for Holloway, but I actually kind of like this fight. Edson Barboza has a simple request after winning at UFC 262, and that's a top-ranked name in the featherweight division. Barboza moved to 2-1 since dropping down to 145 pounds when he earned a third-round TKO of Shane Burgos at this past Saturday's event in Houston.
I'm getting sick of fucking...
You say one more thing about Tesla.
Let me make a fucking joke. I'm getting sick of Brazilians with glasses.
Oh, okay.
You know what? This guy has no fucking... He really is just trying to be Charles Oliveira.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him.
Wonderful.
Brazilians in glasses got to stop.
Happy birthday, JBH.
Thank you, Chubbs.
Moss, I'm sorry I triggered you about the Tesla.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I will lose a tremendous sleep now. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. Thank you.
What Barboza wants now is the same treatment to continue with no easing up. He thinks he's proven himself after leaving his longtime home of lightweight in a career reinvention, and now he wants someone with a top 5 ranking attached to their name. He said you can see...
Okay. Freaking Elon Musk. That was Elon Musk that crashed our stream. So I just realized we're running it in beta. I think that's what's happening here. I think it's bugs from beta.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are multiple other names, but if Barboza had his pick, he's quite intrigued by former longtime UFC champ Holloway. Fresh off the big win over Burgos in the UFC 262 fight of the night, Barboza will take 1 week off training before getting back to work at American Top Team. If he has his way, he'll be booked for the next one soon after.
Okay. What do you think about Brazilians in glasses, Jesse?
Love it.
Is he trying to mimic the Oliveira thing here? Is that what's going on?
Is Oliveira the first one who ever did that, though? I feel like...
Yeah, Oliveira's the first champion. Actually, no, Anderson Silva did glasses, but when Anderson started doing glasses, he was on the tail end of his career.
Oliveira pulls it off well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I did see the video of Oliveira celebrating in the streets, and I masturbated once to it. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
It was actually fantastic. It was nice to see. We saw it with Ngannou. We saw it with Charles Oliveira. It's cool to see champions go back to their countries and celebrate. You know what's not cool, Jess?
What?
The fact that America's dropping the ball here.
Why? What do you mean?
Because
As
the
champions?
only American champion.
He's not even a champion.
American champion. Actually, Kamaru Usman. I mean, I don't know, man. Why? He's American. What the fuck's going on
But
here?
he's identifying himself as a Nigerian
All
champion.
right, you're out, Kamaru. I'm a fan, but you're out. The only one that's representing us is fucking Aljo.
And he's not even a fucking champion.
It's a disgrazia. Come on, John Jones could still be the champ, but he's kind of fluttering around, so he doesn't count, right? And Kamaru is an American. I don't understand, what's going on here, but whatever. He's going with Nigeria, so he's turned his back on us, Marty. But now we got Aljamain Sterling, and I got to be honest with you, Jesse. When Aljo rematches, we're not going to have an American champ.
That's true.
We're not going to. No one's going to represent the U.S. of A. America.
Oh yeah, you didn't go into the female division though. Rose.
Hold on, yeah, what do we got? Oh yeah, I tell you, Rose. Thank you, Rose. I keep forgetting about that crazy bitch.
Wonderful.
Okay,
wonderful.
we got Rose, but look at that. The one person that's fucking an American champion is a religious freak, bipolar nut job. That's it. So we got this kook who is. I gotta say, when you're talking champions, she's a fucking badass. So I'll give her that, man. Rose she's a complete badass. But we got Crazy and the actor. What are we doing here? Who's going to be the next American champ? What would you say? Anyone going to step up for us?
No.
No?
No, I think we're gonna have a lot of champions from different countries for a little while.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jorge is still the BMF champ. So we got Jorge Masvidal. Man, oh, man. Keep in mind, my favorite fighter is not from America. He's, of course, Conor McGregor. Maybe Derek Lewis, Jesse. Derek Lewis, the Black Beast.
But if Derek Lewis takes that fight, I mean...
No, he is. He is taking the fight. That's happening.
If he wins that fight.
Oh, he is. He's going to win it. He
You
won the
think
first
so?
one. Yeah, he won the first, going to win the second.
I
Easy.
don't know about that.
Easy money.
Yeah.
Derek Lewis, he's beating up fucking carjackers, and he's going to beat up Francis for the second time. No doubt about it. All right, what else we got?
All right, Henry Cejudo offers to help Dana White and is open to comeback fights with 3 current UFC champions. So
Shut up, Henry Cejudo. He's so full of shit. I heard him on Hotbox, and he has no interest in fighting. No, zero interest.
Well, that's not what he has to say.
Oh, come on with this shit.
Over
I'm
here.
over it. I'm over it, man.
He said he put out a tweet. He said, "Hey Dana White, so you have a walking Pez dispenser champ at 125 pounds, a paper champion, an Oscar winner at Funkmaster, and a wannabe crocodile hunter at Alex Volkanovski. I'm feeling generous and here to help you make America great again." Former 2-weight world champion Henry Cejudo has offered to come out of retirement for a fight against one of these 3 UFC title holders. Cejudo, also known as Triple C, has spent the last few years building a real platform for himself as he continues to spread his name and brand out there in the mainstream media. Of course, he's no longer an active member of the UFC roster after retiring following his UFC 249 triumph over Dominic Cruz last year, but it seems as if he's starting to get that itch again. In the recent tweet that was previously read, the former Olympian confirmed that he would be open to helping Dana White out by jumping back into the octagon. Cejudo has teased the idea of coming back in the past, so taking this with a pinch of salt is probably going to be the best idea, but either way, it's really intriguing to see him contemplating a return to one of the 3 possible divisions. Bantamweight seems to be where he has the most enemies, flyweight would be a real challenge, and featherweight would give him the opportunity to become a 3-weight UFC champion. Something nobody in the promotion has done before. There are a lot of factors to consider, but UFC President Dana White has to take the possibility of Cejudo doing this seriously.
Okay, man. Am I the only one here that's had enough? Like, Henry, very good story. You know, the way he just pretty much dominated, became the Triple C, did some good things. Now, there were a couple of things I thought, a little sketch. 2 of those wins, Dominic Cruz and TJ Dillashaw. I'm just going to say this. I feel stopped a little short, a little quick, a little too premature here. I know this is a hot argument that we've had. I'm not going to dive down that road. But Henry Cejudo, whatever it is, he still won, right? And you have to give him credit for that. The thing that bothers me is I don't want to hear trash talk from someone that's saying he's retired. Now he's not retired now, not retired. When was the last time he fought?
Was it last year?
He didn't fight last year.
2 years ago?
When did Henry Cejudo, did it say in that article? No. I wasn't paying attention, I was pissing. Henry Cejudo.
It wasn't last year?
No. The Messenger. Arizona. Another Ali Abdelaziz guy. When was it? It was last year. That was in 2020?
Yeah.
Shit.
It was literally a year ago.
Oh, fucking feels like forever ago. Still, I don't care, man. I'm done. Because he was on the Mike Tyson thing, and he was pretty clear. He's like, I don't have any interest in that.
Yeah. Right?
In MMA fighting. And, maybe, a boxing fight where you're going to make a spectacle of yourself. And he seemed like he was more interested in that. And now he's going back into the MMA thing. So it's like, come on, man, what are we doing? What are we doing? And then the constant talking shit. And then calling out women. Like, what's that about? He fucking was making...
Well, he was just trying to be cringy and get a little bit of attention. And it worked because
yeah, but he didn't get it on Mike Tyson's podcast, too. He was calling out... Who was he calling out? Felicia Spencer, I think it was?
Yeah, he's just trying to be funny.
That is so... Listen, I get... All right. I mean, you're hanging out with Mike Tyson. You're doing podcasts. You're hanging out with Mario Lopez. Whatever. You're banging some hot girl. You have a kid coming, But, I guess he's just trying to stay relevant. Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, I guess. Get people to talk. You're talking about him, so
yeah. I guess I've been on record saying, hey, I even though it's annoying, I get what he's doing, but at this time it's just like, fuck, enough's enough.
Yeah, eventually,
I've had enough.
Eventually, the same type of behavior wears.
Yeah, I'm just over it.
Super chat.
You're burning me out, Henry. You're burning me out.
The School of Self-Awareness Worldwide, praying gesture.
Super chat.
Can't you see?
Can't you see?
I cannot see. Or can I see? All right. So anyway, Henry Cejudo, do you think he's coming back? What's the over-under that this guy comes back?
I think we might see one more fight out of him.
One more fight?
Yeah.
And your prediction is? Who does he fight? You think he's going to fight Aljo? It seems like they're buddy-buddy.
No, not anytime soon. I mean, Aljo's got the Jan trilogy coming up.
If Volkanovski beats Ortega.
He was talking about Volkanovski, but let's be real. I mean, I don't...
That's interesting to me.
Shoot.
Volkanovski's not the biggest 145er, right? And you throw Henry Cejudo up there?
Yeah, but that's big.
Yeah, it is. But could you imagine?
That is really big.
125, 135, 145? That would be nuts. That would be something that would be pretty wild. But honestly, I don't want to say what's the possibilities for Henry Cejudo, because honestly, I don't think he's coming back. I don't see it. He's got so many things going on right now. Now he does have to provide for his unborn child.
Yeah.
He's got to make some money somehow. So maybe he does come back, but
yeah, I think he might.
Let's see in the chat.
There's a reason he's making these call outs.
All right, the chat will let us know. Yes or no, is Henry Cejudo coming back?
Yes, sir.
All right, I got you.
We're rocking on a Wednesday night. We want to thank everyone for being here. Make sure you hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, give a sub, hit the notification bell, and be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Do you guys check Twitter DMs? Yeah, I could check it right now. Let me see what we got. We usually have our boy Ant taking care of the business over there, but we have access to it. Let me see. Oh, let's retweet Drunk Savage. Thank you, Drunk, for the tweet. Retweet that. Go retweet Drunk Savage's tweet. Dre, let's see. Dre, hold on a second here. Hold on a second. So Dre drop in for infants and toddlers, and it looks like this possibly could do the trick. It's a little shower for the ass. It's not bad. That's kind of like what we want to do. Well, what I want to do. She's kind of against this. So the problem is now we need to put, actually, yeah, I guess we could put her in a little tub thing and spray her ass down. All right, I'm going to look into this. This is actually very interesting. If anyone wants to send this to us, we have an address down below. All right. Anyway, I got to get off of this. Thank you, Trey. Let's get back into the live chat. Real question is, do we want to see him fight again? Says Cool Breeze. I mean, listen, I wouldn't mind having him fight again, but it is getting annoying. All you need is a bucket, Moss. I tossed one on the website. You are very welcome. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Many ways to raise a BB. He destroys Ortega, Figgy, and Aljo. So you're saying you're talking about Volkanovski, I'm assuming? Who is Moss referring to earlier about them trying to shut down or damage MMA-Holes? It's for us to know and you not to know. But yeah, listen, we have some information. We have some information behind the scenes with the statisticals and shit like that. So we know what's going on. So we know that the people that have been killing it with the likes have been helping us out tremendously. So like I said, we're not asking you to donate. If you do, it's great. It helps. But all you got to do is hit that like button, and it helps us tremendously when it comes to the algorithm, replays, and all that stuff. So thank you, guys. Peanut butter and honey. Feliz cumpleaños, says Jonathan Zamora. Is it the sore guy, Justin? Justin Jr.'s... No, I don't think it's him. It's the inner circle. We all know who's doing it. All right. I hope Dillashaw gets his head crushed in his next fight, says Ed Warren. You want to see Dillashaw get... Actually, do you physically want to see his head get crushed? Or is that just like you just saying, I just want to see him get beat? Or do you really want to see it? Like someone just smash his head in. All right, let's get into more stories here, and thank you for your company. We love you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Very much. All right, the next story in the news is...
Rafael Alves admits he missed weight on purpose at UFC Vegas 19.
Oh.
On purpose, Moss.
Well, that's pretty shitty of him.
Yeah. Rafael Alves missed weight by 11.5 pounds for UFC Vegas 19 bout with Pat Sabatini in February, and the explanation is not the same he gave to the media back in February. Moments after the official weigh-ins in Las Vegas, Alves told MMA Fighting he had food poisoning after eating salmon during fight week. 3 months later, now scheduled to fight Damir Ismagulov in a lightweight bout on Saturday night, he decided to open up. He said, I don't like to talk too much about my personal life, about what happened. He goes, I talked about the salmon back then, but that was just me saying anything about my weight miss. What really happened was on the day of weigh-ins, when I was almost on weight, I decided not to fight because I was frustrated my wife had suffered a miscarriage. He said, she was pregnant and ended losing our son, and that motivated me not to fight anymore.
Oh, that's a miscarriage coming in, Jesse. Miscarriage, so what happened here, man? You just didn't want to stay around? Oh, man. Well, just because of you, he missed weight. I hope you feel bad about this, Rafael Alves. All right. That's the miscarriage chiming in. Okay. I'm sorry. That's a terrible joke. Okay. That sucks, man. That absolutely does suck. Well, I guess that's a good enough reason, but I don't know. You didn't have to tell us, bro. It's all good, man. We're going to forget about it. So Rafael Alves had a reason for missing the weight over there. Nice.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay. What else do we have in the news over here? We have GSP. By the way, GSP sharing the exact same birthday as JBM. Look at that. GSP, this exact same. They were born on the same day. And go figure, GSP is one of the fighters that JBM fancies. So happy birthday to A. George St. Pierre. Says Dana White wouldn't allow me to fight Oscar De La Hoya on Triller. So when Jesse gets back, we're going to talk about this story over here. And what is that about? As Dana White not letting him fight. Is this real? Why would Dana White get in his ear and say not to fight at Triller? That is absolutely insane. Hold on a second. Jess, is everything all right? Jess? I don't know what the hell just happened. She just ran off. I guess it was my abortion joke. Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm going to just call in. If you could just click answer.
Yeah. Jesse's brother is sending a call while we're live. Mr. Dillon. Excuse me, Mr. Dillon. Do you not watch the MMA-Holes? You not watch your sister's show? It's her birthday today? And how dare you? All right, we're going to try to, I don't know. So we have a little baby camera in the baby's room. Its job is to be a camera and show us exactly what's going on. But Jesse doesn't want me to set it up. And now She is literally Skyping the baby's room. There's insane stubbornness, and I'm hoping the year number 25 we can shake that a little bit. Here we go.
Thank you.
William, baby, has just become a member. Thank you, William, baby. William!
Thank you.
Wow. Look at that. William, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Number 134 on a quest to 150 members. All right, Jess, I'm interested in this story. Is everything all right? What the hell happened?
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter.
Okay. Can we tomorrow? Can we put the camera up?
Yes. I just didn't want to do it on a day we're
literally Skyping in our own house. All right, let's see. What else we got here? The GSP story. Let's do it.
Oh yes. So according to the Bleacher Report's Mike Sherry, GSP says Dana White wouldn't allow me to fight Oscar De La Hoya at Triller. Former MMA star GSP confirmed Tuesday that UFC President Dana White would not allow him to fight Oscar De La Hoya in a boxing match for Triller. GSP divulged the information in an interview with Mick Jost of Cinema Blend, saying, "I understand that Dana didn't want me to fight. However, it would have been fun because my career as a professional fighter to become the best in the world in mixed martial arts is done. I'm turning 40 years old tomorrow. I'm going to be 40 years old. It's a young man's game. However, to rather fight a boxing match under the rules that Triller put on against the legendary Oscar De La Hoya, for me, it would have been a dream come true because he is my second favorite boxer of all time, behind Sugar Ray Leonard. Plus, a lot of money made would have been given to charity, so it would have been for a good cause, just to show we don't take ourselves too seriously. And it would have been serious competition because you say, I play basketball, I play hockey, but you don't play fighting."
Throwing Dana under the bus, huh?
He said it would have been fun. Nah, he's not really throwing him under the bus. He's just saying, like, it kind of sucks.
Well, I mean, saying it was going to be for charity and this and that, and it's Dana White's fault that it didn't happen. I mean,
well, he didn't really say it's his fault. He just said that it's his understanding that Dana White didn't want him to do it.
Oh, so he's assuming.
Well, no,
what's happening here? Why am I not understanding
this? He
this?
says Dana White didn't want him to do it, so that's why he didn't do it.
But so what is the reason? How did Dana text him, or like how does he know?
I don't know.
Wait, so he's just making this shit up?
No, he's not making it up. He said Dana White didn't want him to do it, so he didn't do it. But it would have been fun to do it. They didn't give what he said.
All right, who the fuck wrote this article? Who wrote this? What is going on here?
I just X'd out, so you're gonna have to look at who the author is.
Who the fuck? What am I not understanding this? This is coming in from.
He said Dana White didn't want him to do it, so he didn't do it.
Bleacher
but it would have
Report.
been fun to do it.
So what did Dana say? They wrote an article and they're not gonna tell us what the hell.
They just gave what GSP said.
I understand that Dana didn't want me to fight.
However, it would have been fun.
Okay, you understand. So you're just assuming that Dana White doesn't want you to fight on Triller. You just right? Is that what you're saying? So what the fuck kind of stupid ass story is this? I'm assuming. Yeah, okay. I'm assuming that Dana White doesn't want to come on our show. I'm assuming that I'm not going to get a Tesla within the next 15 minutes. What the hell kind of what the hell? Slow news day, GSP? Happy birthday, by the way. 40 years old, huh?
Yeah, today.
All right, happy birthday.
Clay Guida versus Mark O. Madsen is in the works for a UFC event on August 21st, according to Damon Martin of MMA Fighting. So you get to see Guida fight one more time, Moss. Veteran lightweight Clay Guida will look to hand Olympic silver medalist Mark O. Madsen the first loss of his career when they clash at an upcoming UFC event on August 21st. Multiple sources confirmed MMA Fighting that verbal agreements are in place for the matchup, although bout agreements have not been signed just yet. The bout was first confirmed by Danish outlet Via Ratso on Wednesday.
Ratso?
Ratso? I don't know. Undefeated thus far in his mixed martial arts career, Madsen holds a 2-0 resume in the UFC after picking up wins over Danilo Bilardo and Austin Hubbard. His last win over Hubbard in March 2020 came at the cost of a broken jaw, which obviously kept him sidelined for several months after the event.
How about Clay Guida looking so good in his last fight? I think he's going to win the title, Jess.
They're kind of giving him cans, though.
That's good. Keep him feeding him the cans. Clay Guida's going to be champ by the end of the year, Jess. Someone's going to pull out and he's going to slip in.
Yeah.
Could you imagine though? Clay makes some crazy run. The dude's been around forever. He's been memed so many times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then all of a sudden he's looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a fan. I like watching him fight, no matter what.
Yes, sir. Last but not least, Moss, Tatiana Suarez has been medically cleared after an injury targeting September for her next UFC fight.
You know, I was waiting, and I was like, man, I hope she's cleared.
I told you the last few were a couple fluff stories.
By the way, Suarez is really good, though. Like, I completely forgot she's on the roster. She's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's a problem. Tatiana Suarez. Hold on, look at her record over here. Isn't she on like a nice little streak? She could be champ. Yeah, well, how long was she out for? Seems like she was out forever.
2 years off the shelf.
Yeah, this girl's undefeated. Yeah, she's tough. She's a definite problem. I was joking around, but now I'm realizing, yeah, she's good. She beat Nina Nunes, which is weird to say. Carla Esparza with the ground and pound. I mean, that's not easy to do. I mean, that big fucking Cookie Monster face. Alexa Grasso submitted her. Yeah, man. This girl's, how old is she? She's 30? I'm going to say it, Jess. I'm going to fucking say it. Nina Nunes will be a champ.
I think so.
I think so.
Okay.
The problem is she's got someone to face that people think is unbeatable. Oh, man. I tell you what. Yeah, I think she's going to be champ. You know, Rose looks really good, right? But I think Suarez beats her. Ooh, getting spicy over. You think she's going to be a champ, Tatiana, when she comes back?
Nah.
Or you think the layoff's going to fuck with her?
Yeah, I don't think she's going to be champ.
I think she will. All right, you know what? Here's my lock. Guaranteed lock. Tatiana Suarez is going to be a champion. No doubt about it. She could take anyone down, beat the living shit out of them.
That's silly, Moss.
It's not silly. It's not.
It's so silly.
I'm telling you, it's not silly. It's a mystical. A guaranteed lock. So when's she coming back?
So she'll be coming back in June. I'm sorry. It should be June.
Who's she going to fight?
Hold on.
Izzy?
Let me just make sure before.
Tatiana?
Don't quote me on that. I think they're shooting for June. But
she's going to be a champion.
But I could be wrong because they're not giving a date in here.
Yeah.
So I guess they're shooting for June.
You guess.
But it could be later.
What do you mean?
They didn't give a date.
Man, oh man. Yeah, I think she's going to be able to be a champ. Tatiana Suarez. Whoo! Let's go. This girl's good, man. I think a lot of people forgot about her. And what was the last time she fought? What was the date?
2 years ago, June 2019.
Whoops. I don't know. Sometimes these layoffs don't fuck with these fighters. Last she fought, she was 28. COVID hit, the whole deal. Do you think she kept herself together?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Oh, man. We got to see at least one fight. If she dominates in that fight, she's a champion. No doubt about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, JBM's birthday tonight on the MMA-Holes. You have the birthday dog over there. If you'd like to say anything to Jesse, say it now. Right now. Say it to Jesse. I'm going to be right back.
Where are you going?
I'm going to be right back.
Okay. I'll read the chat. I'll read a couple comments from the chat while Moss peace. She had a neck surgery, says CC. Drunk Cyber says Jake Paul signed a multi-fight deal with Showtime Boxing. RIP Triller. Can't pick yet, says Henry Downs. Skinny Claw says Valentina simps are the worst, almost as bad as Rose simps. Oof.
Yes, sir.
Actually, Valentina simps, I mean, they're a little more tolerable, right? Let's see. Happy birthday, JBH. Thank you, Brett Baratheon. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, thanks, guys. So nice of you guys. Did y'all hear Diego got OnlyFans page? Yeah, that was a while ago. Super Skunk says Moss did a great job at trashing Lou Thomas and MK's chat the other day. I don't recall, but I'm sure he did a fantastic job. Jesse, thanks for picking Oliveira. That was fucking funny. Chubbs came in talking mad shit right before the beginning of the second round. Poor Chubbs. Was it before the beginning of the second round, I think? I think it was. Poor Chubbs. It's very unfortunate to speak too soon, but, you know, my heart goes out to him. I am celebrating your birthday, bro. Thanks, man. Juice says, I don't comment as much, but I'm always here. LOL, happy birthday, JBH. Thanks, Juice. Skinny says, Nunes would finish Valentina in a trilogy. I 100% agree with that. I know that there are some people who are pretty high on Shevchenko in a trilogy, and I get it, you know, But at the same time, Nunes is she's a whole other monster. And I honestly don't think that at this point in Nunes' career, she's really... What they're doing right now is just kind of handing her people to keep her satisfied. If we were... let's take a look over here on Tapology at Nunes. I don't think that Nunes has been given some, really tough competition as of late. I think the UFC is literally just handing her fights at the moment just to kind of keep the division active and keep her championship active. But we need to get someone who really can give her a run for her money. And I get it, Shevchenko, she can do that. But I don't know. I think Nunes is she's just a beast, man. There's just no way that Nunes falls to Shevchenko. Let me move this over here for you guys. So... her next bout is Juliana Pena, which is a good fight, actually. I like this. But once again, this is one of those fights that I think they're just handing her someone to keep her active, to keep the division active, and to keep her championship, and to keep her satisfied. Listen, Pena's a good chick, but look at this. The last 2 of her last 5 fights. Let's see who she lost to. Shevchenko, an animal, and Jermaine Durandamy, who arguably is a fucking beast in her own right. I mean, Durandamy versus Nunes was pretty fire as well. So, but at the same time, Durandamy ended up losing against Nunes. So, listen, you can say what you will about Amanda Nunes. Oh, God. What the fuck? It went out. What is... Oh, it's cold.
Just busted my ass. Can you move that over for a sec? Ladies and gentlemen, it is Jesse's birthday today. 25 years of age. Let's sing along.
Did you get this today? When you went to the store?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're going to sing happy birthday to Mama JBL. Are you ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right, Jesse. Yes, baby.
That was beautiful, Mom. My cue's going out.
Now, I had to cut it short there because I don't want the candles to go out and trip all over the place. But JBM, make a wish.
Okay.
Yes, yes, she did it. Ladies and gentlemen, Jessie did it. She made it to 25 years of age, made a wish. There's the cake over there. Everyone drop a happy birthday in the chat right now as we're going to end up this show.
This is a fancy little cake you got.
Oh, very fancy. I baked it myself.
Welcome to the Oliveira, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Welcome to the Oliveira. All right, look at this, Jesse. Everyone's dropping the happy birthdays in the chat.
Guys.
Absolutely wonderful people over here. Look at that. Birthday cakes in the chat for Jesse turning 25. And hit that like button right now as we are winding the show down. Going to be back Friday night for Fukoff Fight Buddies for Bellator. Hanging out for Bellator, hanging with the boys. Chris CYBORG is back, and then Saturday we'll be here for the UFC Fight Night. And Jesse, look at all those happy birthdays.
You guys are too kind.
People from all over the world, Jesse. Would you like to say anything to them?
I just love this show, man. You guys, I didn't want anything for my birthday this year. I told Moss. Ellie was my gift. So thank you guys for being so nice. I don't like being put on the spot like this, Moss.
All right. You gonna cry?
Thanks. No.
We want you to cry.
No, I'm good.
You're not emotional right now? Would you like to shed a couple of tears?
I'm good. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you to all of our sponsors, Ballsy, Head Rush, and MysticRootsCBD.com. Promo code MMA-Holes for all three. For all of your discounts on all of your favorite products, as well as Lux Bidet, link in the description. 10% off at checkout, and ESPN Plus, link in the description. Make sure you go there for all of your favorite UFC fights, UFC pay-per-views, and your favorite live sports. We'll be live again on Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time for Fukoff Friday. Be there. Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-hole.
I will not tell you happy birthday. Fuck that cake.